seemed also reasonable. After all, Sarah not only treated him like this. With others she's also like this. With adults slightly better, talking more than with him. But with peers almost rarely talked. I guess it's like that. Emma suddenly stopped, looked down. Didn't continue speaking. Nathan, somewhat surprised, asked, "Why?" "Because I was also like that before," Emma said very softly, like somewhat embarrassed, head lowered. Really couldn't tell. I thought your personality always open. Before many boys talked to me, I didn't want to reply them. So they kept talking, making me not want to talk anymore. Probably like that. So Sarah might also be like that." Nathan stroked chin. Started reminiscing. What Sarah was like before. Seemed since meeting her. Already been like this. Don't know. What she experienced before. That made her become like this. Probably like that. But you know, when you came, she came out of room. I think she doesn't not want to talk to you. Otherwise, she wouldn't have come out. So maybe just doesn't know what to say. Makes sense. Nathan nodded, agreeing with Emma's words, looking like understood. Thinking back, all these years been like this. Maybe wanted to say something. But in end couldn't say it. That feeling definitely not comfortable. So is there any way to solve? Chapter 187. You really like reading, sister. In room, Sarah sitting at study desk. Long legs crossed, holding a book in hand. Intently reading. She pushed up glasses, eyes not leaving novel. She saw a sentence. I'm afraid of meeting strangers. She made notes again. Trivial matters. She appeared. But when time really need to go. Then I can't not go. Sarah put book down. Picked up pen. Slowly wrote this sentence in her notebook. At this time, suddenly knocking on room door. Sarah reflexively used hand pressing on notebook. Like startled. She raised head looking toward door. Feeling startled reduced somewhat. Sarah, it's Nathan. Can we come in play a bit? Aunt quite busy. We don't want to bother her. She heard sound outside. First blinked. Stood still few seconds. Then started cleaning desk. Nathan and Emma stood outside door. Nathan looked at Emma. Asked. Will this method work? Will she agree? Nathan somewhat doubtful. Though before never tried directly like this. Because after seeing Sarah's attitude, he didn't want to actively say more. Today too direct. Made him somewhat worried. Afraid would be coldly rejected. Emma really not certain. But still encouraged saying, if guessed right. Probably she won't refuse. She just doesn't know what to say. Not that doesn't like us. What if guessed wrong? Then very awkward. Emma giggled, pulled Nathan's hand. Hugged Nathan's arm, like seeking protection. For unexpected situations happening later. But we should also help her. Her condition already serious. If continues like this, sooner or later we'll have autism. About 1 minute later. Still no movement from inside. Nathan and Emma looked at each other. Both smiled helplessly. Both about to turn and leave. Right at this time, door suddenly made soft sound. Door opened. Nathan and Emma immediately showed joy. Turned looking toward door, expectantly. After opening door, might welcome them. Or might scold them. Which case would it be? Just saw Sarah poke head from room. Carefully looked at two outside. Then fully opened door. She leaned body to side. Like making way for two. Please come in, I just finished cleaning. Sarah's voice very soft, but enough for two to hear. Nathan and Emma looked at each other again. Both smiled, showing smiles. Finally guessed right. Sarah indeed hard to approach person. Not like Nathan imagined cold person. Difficult. Emma also understood. Nathan after being with her gradually became more tactful. Before he was just straightforward boy. If he could realize Sarah hard to approach. That would be strange. Then sorry for bothering. Nathan and Emma entered Sarah's room. Just entering couldn't help being stunned. Immediately thought of Ashley's room. After all besides her room. They never seen anyone else's room. Compared to Ashley's room full of entertainment. Sarah's room really completely opposite. This room mainly books. Bookshelf already full of books. Books with no space placed on shelf top. And on study desk. Even beside study desk also piled with books. Ashley's room. Walls had posters. Decorated with hanging objects everywhere. While Sarah's room walls clean. Besides bookshelf and study desk. Only bed and wardrobe. However, Emma just entering immediately noticed. On Sarah's bed had quite large doll. Having doll on bed normal thing. Also dolls at Ashley's house. But very many. Here only one single. Moreover, Emma noticed. That doll had repair marks. Seemed existed very long. If not guessing wrong. This probably doll. Sarah hugs sleeping every night. Room very neat. Very clean. If entering Ashley's room. Can feel freedom. Bustling and fun. But entering Sarah's room. Feel quietness. Peaceful and reassuring. Can say these two completely different styles. Emma looked at books on study desk. Gently asked. Sister really likes reading? Sister. Sarah immediately lowered head. Hiding herself. Her hands kept playing with fingernails. Looking quite awkward. Emma smiled lightly. With gentle smile. Continued saying. Thank you sister for letting us in to play. Sister no problem. Don't need to mind us. We just look at books, okay? Okay. Sarah nodded. Replied one sentence. She slowly raised head looking at Emma. Saw her sunshine-like smile. She only looked 1 second. Then lowered head again. Didn't dare look straight at Emma. Emma picked 2 books from desk. Gave Nathan one. Nathan stunned a bit. Then slowly received. He didn't understand what Emma planned. Why give him book? He didn't like reading these things. Novels or essays whatever. He just looking gets sleepy easily. Emma opened book. Read a bit. Nathan also imitated her. Opened random page. Pretending to read. But actually he recognized each word. But when combined into sentences understood nothing. He, a soldier fighting battles, really couldn't understand. After a while, Emma suddenly holding book, walked to Sarah's side. But kept certain distance. Sister, this book you definitely like right? I see you already bought 3-volume set. Moreover inside you also made notes. I also read this work before. Really liked. But when analyzing work construction techniques. Somewhat difficult. Including I Ching creation. Writing thought flow and other analyses not comprehensive enough. Sister can you tell me? Emma gave book in hand to Sarah. Face showing pleading. Big round eyes. Like eyes with light. You really care? Sarah raised head. Pushed glasses a bit. Blinked. Looking at Emma unbelievably. Really sister? Tell me please. If not bothering you that's great. Chapter 188 Though we're family we're also friends. This matter not bothersome. Sarah pressed lips. Hesitated a bit. Still hadn't decided whether to help Emma. While Emma already sat straight beside Sarah. Sarah slightly trembled. Moved aside a bit. Clearly somewhat unaccustomed. Body also became somewhat stiff. But don't know if politeness. Or didn't dare say anything. She also didn't refuse. Like already agreed. Just Sarah slowly raised hand pointing a book. Made very soft sound. Started explaining to Emma. Initially words broken. Voice also very soft. But gradually, when Emma gently asked. Seemed made Sarah gradually relax a bit more. Voice became a bit louder. Also more fluent. Nathan stood beside silently. Listening inside couldn't help admiring Emma's skill. Just a few short sentences. She had made Sarah open up a bit. She had lived until now. Also first time hearing Sarah say so much. So she also didn't dare make any sound. Afraid of bothering them. Wow sister you're so knowledgeable. Really admire you. If only I were as smart as you. Emma didn't spare praise. Looking at Sarah with eyes full of admiration. Tone also very sincere. Words making people feel happy from bottom of heart. Sarah immediately lowered head. But ears secretly turned red. Such level of attack. For her was a bit too strong. Thank you however. Sarah still didn't forget to say thanks. Perhaps this sentence. Also forced herself to say. Emma curved lips smiling. Knew Sarah could still be guided. Not the unchangeable state. If so, we can start next step. Sister, what's the relationship between you and Nathan? Nathan said before bringing me here. He and you have quite good relationship. Emma spoke up, raised head looking at Nathan once, like signaling Nathan with eyes. Sarah, after hearing, also unconsciously looked at Nathan once. Found Nathan also looking at her. At this time both faces seemed. Both showed embarrassment. Sarah stunned few seconds. Opened mouth, but couldn't say anything. After all, she herself very clear about her attitude toward Nathan. If this could also be called good, then really too unreasonable. So what should I say? Say relationship very bad? Wouldn't that be slapping Nathan's face? Sarah at this time almost wanted to explode herself. Didn't know what to say. Face getting redder. Completely red from embarrassment. Emma hurriedly again signaled Nathan with eyes. At this time he must say something. Otherwise really will pressure Sarah to death. Nathan immediately reacted. Slowly opened mouth saying, "Oh. Relationship between me and Sarah quite good. Just she doesn't know how to express." "I understand." Nathan said so. But inside secretly thought, she just understood Sarah's meaning just now. Before always thought, relationship between her and me already bad to worst. After Nathan finished speaking, Emma secretly praised him once. Nathan's words really wonderful. Achieved result she needed. Because solving problems really needs understanding from others. Sarah doesn't know how to express. Definitely doesn't want others misunderstanding her. If Nathan can say these words, definitely will have wonderful effect. Indeed, just hearing Nathan's words. Sarah still silent, eyes wide open. Face full of disbelief. She really didn't think Nathan could say these words. She treated him with such attitude. Yet how could he understand her? Nathan saw quite good effect. Then continued speaking. "So, you also don't make it hard for her. We're all family. Just understanding each other is enough." I understand." Emma and Nathan cooperating perfectly. Making Sarah extremely surprised now. She always thought she would be someone no one understands forever. Adults needn't mention. She tried her best to make them think she's just introverted. Reply normally but absolutely not say one more sentence. Trying to maintain until now. Among friends really couldn't bear. Whether relatives or classmates. They all thought she's absolutely cold person. No one could talk to her. More than 3 sentences. Couldn't bear her attitude. So she never thought about herself. Completely not having even one friend. She didn't expect on this first day of New Year. On first day of year. She met someone who understands her. And this person really someone she couldn't expect. Actually one of her own relatives. Nathan, who normally almost no contact. Even his girlfriend also seemed to understand her well. Sarah seemed wanting to say something. She placed hands on thighs clenching into fists. Nathan and Emma both didn't speak. Just quietly looking at Sarah. Patiently waiting for her. After about 1 minute, Sarah then raised head looking at Nathan. Softly said, "Sorry." When Sarah said this sentence, Emma's eyes widened. Mouth also slightly open. Eyes full of amazement. Making Sarah say this sentence. She couldn't imagine how important it was. Their action immediately achieved great progress and success. Nathan completely stunned. After a while reacted. Waved hand saying, "Sister, why apologize? I understand you. Just don't know what to say. Not intentionally doing anything. So you don't need to apologize. We're family. Such small matter no problem. Right, sister, don't worry. No matter what relationship you have with others. You completely don't need to worry about anything. Don't need to think what to say well. Don't need to think about attitude. We're both family and also friends." Emma reached out hand, gently placed on Sarah's arm. Her body slightly trembled, but didn't have discomfort with Sarah's contact. When hearing Emma's words, Sarah pressed lips. "Friends. Right, friends. Sister can tell us anything. Whether need help or just need someone to listen. We definitely won't refuse. Though I just met you first time. But I really like you." Chapter 189. Sister, you're already wonderful. These years, sister has been through a lot. Sister. Sister, just call me little Emma or Emma. Don't need to be polite. Sister. Emma slightly smiled. She drew beautiful curve on lips. Looking at Sarah with gentle smile. Nathan also had to admire Emma's communication ability. No wonder she has so many friends. Who could resist such attack? In just few short minutes achieving such result. Just one, sister. Called even more intimate than real sister. He himself never called Sarah sister. Coming here, most people definitely would have very good impression of Emma's psychology. Hard to imagine. Such person before was also someone without friends. Yet psychology so good, could overcome that. Becoming so cheerful. Probably all credit of Emma's parents. At that time, she definitely most important influence from family. From this can see, Emma's parents definitely very good people. Such pity good people had to endure such misfortune. Really very good. Hope you and Nathan always happy. Sarah stammered saying these words. Voice though still small, but very clear. Emma after hearing, first slightly stunned, then immediately opened arms wide. Hugged Sarah's body tightly. Wow, thank you sister. Sister don't worry. I definitely won't disappoint you. Sarah being hugged tightly. Body became stiff again. Her cheeks flushed red in just 1 second. From neck to ears also turned red. Nathan seeing her like this, hurriedly told Emma to let go. Otherwise in a while Sarah might faint. All right, let go. Emma giggled. Let go hands. Sarah then slowly relaxed body. Just now, actually was Emma's brave test. To prepare for next step. If test successful then situation like now. Then she could continue final step. Making Sarah completely open heart. Sister, I know. Definitely you had something in past greatly affecting you. Your personality definitely not innate. Definitely something affected you. Sister can you tell me? Emma could already determine. Sarah not born like this. Otherwise definitely couldn't. Gradually improve under her guidance. Definitely something affected her. That definitely past experience. Like what she herself experienced. Such situation needs understanding most. So she wanted to ask. What exactly affected Sarah? After Emma asked this question, Sarah fell into silence. She pressed lips. Lowered head. Shadows covered her face again. Emma also not hurried. Just quietly waiting. She knew Sarah would speak. Definitely would speak. Few minutes later, Sarah then slowly opened mouth. Spoke one word. Emma and Nathan both listened carefully. Afraid missing any word. Sarah looked at floor. Then continued saying. When I was small, in kindergarten. Because sick had to shave all hair. When I returned to school. They all laughed at me. Said I was none. They took my hat. Used crayons drawing on my head. I from then didn't go to kindergarten anymore. Just stayed home. Until hair grew out then went outside. Sarah's words. Made Nathan and Emma both frown. At that time only 4 to 5 years old. Already experienced such things. Stayed home until hair grew out. At least must take 1 or 2 years. And during that time not going outside. No wonder she became like this. They really have no education. Nathan couldn't help cursing once. He knew children don't understand things. But this harm. Already trampled on a little girl's dignity. This matter really too shameless. Then in elementary school, I didn't dare talk to anyone. They again said I was rude. Sarah lowered head. Seemed recalling her painful memories. No one understanding her also fine. But being misunderstood many times. The more treated like this. She more didn't dare open mouth. More couldn't say words in heart. Forming vicious cycle. Until now. She felt. Only world in books could make her feel at ease. As for communicating with others. Really too scary. Nathan and Emma both silent for a long while. Then, Emma suddenly reached out. Gently placed on Sarah's shoulder. When Sarah raised head, she slowly turned Sarah around. Facing toward herself. Next second, she gently hugged Sarah into arms. Sarah silent, adjusting posture. Eyes flashed surprise. Showed vague expression. Eyes suddenly widened. Before could react. Emma's voice gently rang by her ear. Having experienced such things, yet could persist until now and say these things. If others definitely couldn't do it. Sister really wonderful. Sister has worked hard many years, sister. Emma's words like thunder hitting Sarah's heart. Repeating, hitting her weak heart. Her eyes slightly trembling. Until felt nose stinging. Vision also gradually blurring. Clear tears filled her eyes. Sarah slightly moved lips. She almost about to cry. She many years already. Many years haven't cried. Last time was when reading her favorite book. Never had anyone said such words to her. So many years. Everyone's evaluation of her only always introverted. Cold, rude. Never anyone really understood her. Also no one could say what she endured. And right today. Her heart was moved by a girl meeting first time. Solid shield completely broken. Nathan looking at this scene. Pointed at cheek. Looking at Emma with eyes full of pride. Seemed his girlfriend. Really had many excellent points he couldn't expect. Why such person had to endure misfortune. Why had to suffer such injustice. Nathan wanted to tell Sarah. The girl advising her. Also experienced such pain and helplessness. So, she couldn't help speaking to Sarah. Sarah, sister, don't look at her so cheerful, optimistic, and understanding like this. Sister, do you know what she experienced? Chapter 190. Besides, no one experienced such things. Sarah turned looking at Nathan, somewhat not understanding what he meant. While Emma hearing Nathan's words also understood. Nathan was associating with what she experienced. And he sympathized for her. Also wanted to use her experience to help Sarah feel better a bit. After all, someone who experienced pain could understand others' pain, and that's way to close distance between them. Though this was good idea. But reopening her wounds, for Emma, was quite painful thing. But, everything already passed. New Year's Day. Let's not mention this again. Emma hesitated a bit. Words also became stammering. This made Sarah also notice abnormality. She felt. Seemed Emma's past really not simple. While Nathan hearing Emma say this. Also closed mouth, not saying more. This made Sarah even more curious. She couldn't imagine, someone with good personality like Emma. What difficult past she experienced. Though not knowing clearly. But she also understood. Way to recall memories. Sarah slowly raised arm. Gently hugged Emma's shoulder. Softly said by her ear. You also worked hard. Emma surprised, eyes widened. After few seconds stunned. Her lips smiled happily. She looked at Nathan sitting there. Nathan gently nodded. Corner of her eyes showed smile. Right. Thank you, sister. Let's be friends. From now on often contact. Emma hurriedly took out phone. Wanting to add Sarah as friend. Currently, she already succeeded opening Sarah's heart. Adding friend definitely won't be refused. Just officially becoming friends. Gradually Sarah won't expect too much. Sarah hesitated. Slowly took out phone. Emma looking at Sarah's phone. She couldn't help being stunned. Eyes widened. Mouth also slightly open. Face full of disbelief. Because she using Nathan's old phone. And hadn't changed. This phone already outdated. Even stopped selling. But Sarah's phone even older than hers. Could still be considered smartphone. Just go back few more generations. Probably would become elderly phone. Sarah opened friend list. Emma glanced over. Really very miserable. Probably only less than 10 people. Emma added Sarah as friend. Looking at Nathan asked. You not adding your sister as friend? I have her as friend. Probably if she didn't delete me. Then can find. Nathan embarrassedly pointed at Sarah. Smiled bitterly saying. Emma somewhat surprised looking at Nathan. Didn't expect Nathan had Sarah as friend. Just now Sarah's list. She saw only less than 10 people. Among them one was Nathan. She really didn't notice this. Sarah lowered head. Softly said. Only Nathan was the one who asked for my contact. Others. They all didn't ask. Haha. Probably I'm too difficult. Nathan embarrassedly laughed. He realized at that time. Maybe also didn't pay attention to that. After all, straightforward man, quite careless. Also didn't care about these things. Directly asked for contact. Others. Definitely after seeing Sarah's attitude. They gave up. So didn't dare ask for number. Emma at this time finally understood. Because Nathan was only one actively asking for Sarah's contact. Yet now only got Sarah's agreement. Let them in to play. Maybe in Sarah's heart, she really thought, relationship with Nathan quite good. Sister, are you in college now? College freshman? Emma put phone down, looking at Sarah, continued asking. Sarah nodded, softly said, freshman at Columbia. Columbia University. Columbia? Emma blinked. She stunned for a while. Then raised head, looking at Nathan suspiciously. Nathan, somewhat confused, asked, "What's wrong? Is Columbia University good? Is it Tier 1 or Tier 2 school?" "That's not it. Columbia University is the school Ashley's parents chose for her to test into." Ah. Nathan's eyes widened, really shocked at that time. Before understanding what happened, his head quickly spinning, thought for a while, finally understood. Then, "We said must test into same school. Is this Columbia?" "Right." "Oh, what a coincidence," Nathan and Emma both exclaimed. Couldn't help sighing. Didn't expect Sarah was student of this school. Seems Sarah studies very well. Otherwise how could test into that university? "Who is Ashley?" Sarah slowly asked. Nathan replied, "Oh, that's my cousin. My mom isn't eldest aunt. And also Ashley's younger. Relationship is like that." "Oh, so you just said want to test into my school?" Sarah gently tentatively asked, blinking looking at Nathan and Emma. Emma smiled saying, "Right. If we pass test, we'll be your juniors." Really great. Three chatted a bit more. Sarah also gradually started relaxing around Emma. She didn't hurry making everything too rushed. So, before lunch, she prepared to leave with Nathan. Lily still wanted them to stay for lunch. But they refused. Still let Sarah slowly accept everything this morning. Definitely she needs a day in room to digest everything. Then can completely adapt. Before leaving, Emma also said to Sarah, "Sister, when free text me. I'll treat you to dinner. Don't refuse." Sarah stood at door, looking at Emma smile. She slowly raised hand, softly replied, Okay." At this time Lily eyes wide open looking. Her daughter. She understood situation very clearly. Letting two into room to play already made her unbelievable. Who knew when leaving still seeing them off? And even arranged to eat together. Really her daughter? After two left, Lily held Sarah's hand, softly asked, "Nathan's girlfriend is a very good girl, right?" Very good." Chapter 191, Beautiful Gentle Younger Sister. 12th graders' winter break about to end. Only few days left. For them. Seemed break just started, then quickly ended. Before could enjoy anything. That day, Emma and Nathan at home studying together. Besides going out on first day. Rest of time both at home studying. Atmosphere. Even more tense than at school. Emma also took out 200% seriousness. During studying process, her expression very serious. As if temporarily forgot. Their lovers. While Nathan also very cooperative. Like studying in extremely strict tutoring class. At least for him. This tutoring class. Also the best. Emma studies very well. Plus their relationship. Emma understands Nathan well. So teaching style very suitable for him. Studying really very comfortable. Too tired, rest a bit. Nathan let go hands. Leaning on chair. Whole person breathed relief. Like just held breath. Actually this also showed. He always intense state. Didn't dare slack off. Just studying. Being too tense also not good. But this was method Nathan discovered. Good method for him. Just maintaining this state. His learning ability would increase. Studying would be many times more effective. Emma after Nathan relaxed. Also immediately changed state. She went behind Nathan. Started massaging Nathan's shoulders. "Hard work, want to eat fruit? I'll go cut for you." "No need, you also worked hard. Let's rest a bit. Later still have to continue studying." Nathan suddenly hugged Emma. Placed her sitting on his lap. Emma also obediently lay in Nathan's arms. She really liked being hugged by Nathan. That feeling gave her absolute safety. Right at this time, Emma's phone rang. She somewhat surprised. Don't know at this time. Who sent her message? She took out phone looking. Immediately, she excitedly showed Nathan. "Sister Sarah sent me message. She really sent me message. God, really unbelievable. Nathan surprised looking at phone. Didn't expect. Really message from Sarah. Quality of this message. Only they knew how important it was. She really remembered what I said about treating her to dinner. Oh, she asks if free this afternoon? Tomorrow have to return to school. Emma very happy. So, Sarah really remembered my words. At least she already considers me friend. Otherwise for Sarah, saying these words harder than taking her life. Nathan smiled saying, this message I feel she definitely revised for 2 days. Then hesitated another 2 days before sending. I also feel so. She might. Right when we left. First day already started composing message. Until today, the last day, finally forced herself to send. So let's call her out for dinner. We're also resting a bit. Emma nodded. Immediately replied to Sarah's message. Afraid if she replied slowly, she would delete the message. Few minutes later. Finally they finished arranging. Emma replied messages lightning fast. While Sarah though responding quite slowly. But they knew, this speed was already quite fast. At least didn't make them wait several more days. Let's go pick her up. All right. Nathan and Emma quickly tidied up a bit. Then went out. They didn't want to let Sarah go alone too far. Because she might go then regret. Then turn back home. So they decided to directly pick her up. After going downstairs, they called a car and went directly to Sarah's house. When arrived, they saw Sarah standing waiting. Her nose and cheeks red from cold. Must have been waiting a long time. With her personality, couldn't let others wait for her, so maybe she'd been waiting over half hour already. Sister, we've arrived. Emma got out and called loudly. Hurriedly ran toward Sarah. Sarah quickly looked around, looking if anyone around, like she afraid that loud call just now would be heard by others. When saw no one around, she then walked forward, hesitantly opened arms, hugged Emma. So cold, why not wait for us to arrive then come down? Emma raised head looking at Sarah. Seeing her so frozen, heart also felt somewhat pained. I couldn't let you wait for me. Sarah softly replied. Nathan stood beside urging, all right. Let's quickly find place to eat. Outside already cold enough. Let's find warm place for her quickly. Let's go. Emma said. What do you want to eat, sister? I'll eat anything. Sarah definitely knew Sarah would reply like that. Though, she still had to ask. Actually even without asking. They already decided. Just to save time. 3 of them went to a shopping mall. Nathan and Emma had seen online said there's famous restaurant here. Very delicious. Many people come here to check in. So they decided to try. Whether tasty or not figure later. Important is price quite expensive. And crowded place. Also to let Sarah get used to. With crowded space, so she could be more comfortable. This place too crowded, or should we? Sarah looked at storefront. Inside already many people. Empty tables, only very few left. Besides school, she really never been to such crowded places. So somewhat worried. But Nathan and Emma didn't care about these things. They directly pulled Sarah inside. Don't worry, it's fine. Going with me. Don't be afraid, Emma comforted her. Pulled Sarah into restaurant. Sarah lowered head. Let Emma pull along. When they sat down, started ordering. Both gave menu to Sarah. Told her to try choosing herself. Nathan, no. Class monitor. Right then. A voice broke 3 people's atmosphere. This voice very sudden. Made Sarah startled. Nathan and Emma also surprised. Raised heads looking. They saw owner of this voice, couldn't help frowning. Kevin. Why are you here? I'm eating with family. Kevin pointed at another table. Then looked toward Sarah. Sarah slowly raised head. Kevin's eyes immediately widened. Mouth gaped. Oh God, such a beautiful girl. Chapter 192. What kind of look was that? Kevin's eyes wide open. He rubbed his eyes, doubting if he saw wrong. In real world, he could see such beautiful girl. She's both graceful and intellectual. Also gentle yet charming. Really his ideal type. Girl like this, before only could see in comics. Who knew would appear right before his eyes. Sarah seeing Kevin, a stranger. Quietly lowered head. Silent, saying nothing. Whole person emitting an aura. Making others feel want to stay away. Expression and eyes completely cold. If others saw this scene, definitely would automatically back away. But Kevin seemed to ignore this aura. He rubbed hands looking at Nathan and Emma. These two are your friends? Could you not bother us? We're eating. Nathan didn't say anything, just replied one sentence. You just made Sarah possibly relax a bit. Yet you came, making all effort just now. Become wasted. Kevin completely ignored Sarah's cold feeling. Even didn't care about that oppressive atmosphere. Kevin heard the hint in Nathan's words. But he had no intention of leaving. Now, he just met such a girl. How could he give up? Kevin looked at Nathan. Smiling like flower, said, Don't say that. Class monitor Nathan, we're friends. You didn't forget what you helped me with before, right? You mean when you wanted to pursue Ashley? Asked me to deliver love letter. Then got rejected? That's not it. Then you don't remember our business cooperation? You mean when you angrily came to find trouble with me? And lost in arm wrestling match? Kevin, you. Nathan smiled awkwardly, his whole face full of embarrassment. He often boasted in front of friends that he and Nathan were very close friends. Said so much even he believed it was true. But thinking back, relationship between him and Nathan not that close. Maybe Nathan didn't even have impression of him. Just Nathan had good personality. Didn't calculate with him. He suddenly felt embarrassed. Smiled bitterly. Ha ha ha. Emma couldn't help it. Immediately covered mouth laughing. Inside thinking, Nathan really didn't give Kevin any face. In front of Sarah, Nathan made Kevin lose all face. Kevin saw Emma laughing. Suddenly had a thought flash in head. Then couldn't let himself lose position in this girl's eyes. If couldn't leave good impression in her eyes, at least must make her remember me. As for image slowly improve later. First must make her remember me. Yet when Kevin full of expectation looked at Sarah, his smile immediately extinguished. Sarah completely no reaction at all. And her expression seemed even colder than before. What's going on? She hates me? Or is she thinking I should go die? But we just met first time. She hasn't said anything. Haven't done anything. Why treat me like this? And at this time, Sarah had many thoughts in head. She completely didn't know how she looked outside now. Just thought she was still normal. Can't be like this person. Is Nathan and Emma's classmate. After all should greet once. Otherwise really rude. Sarah raised eyes looking at Kevin. But just a passing glance. Then lowered head again. No good, no good. Greeting too hard. Kevin at this time stunned. Just now he saw very clearly. Now don't understand anything. In his heart thinking, she just looked at me once? And was very fierce look too. That look. He clearly saw cold and emotionless. So he, not welcome to this extent? Did he do something wrong? I just came to say hi. Just for that. Got looked at like that? Then Sarah decided. Though couldn't greet successfully. At least should smile once. That's minimum courtesy. Hi and right after. Sarah raised head. A cold smile appeared at corner of her mouth. Kevin scared to step back one step. Gasped out breath. His whole body shook. Two hands unconsciously raised. Shielding in front of body. Trying to protect himself. He never saw such cold smile. This smile full of contempt. Eyes like could cut. That was smile completely treating him like trash. Need to treat him like this? Is he insect in her eyes? No good, he must leave. Immediately, right now. He had feeling. If stay here more, he would be hurt, wounded all over. He would be embarrassed to death. Even more painful than Nathan's words. Hey, Nathan class monitor. I have to go first. My mom calling me. See you again? He hurriedly said then. Kevin quickly turned and left. Not looking back. This was first time he felt afraid of a girl. He couldn't believe such cold woman existed. Like in her eyes everyone. Not worth a penny. He originally thought he could endure everything. Even if girls didn't like him. He could still cling on. But facing this girl, he didn't have enough courage. When saw Kevin hurriedly leave. Sarah stunned for a while. Then she realized she did wrong again. Definitely because she couldn't control emotions. Scared people also bothered Nathan and Emma. After all, situations like this happened many times. She always unintentionally hurt others. Sarah raised head, looking at two opposite, with apologetic expression. Wanted to say sorry, but didn't know how to start. Before could say anything. She saw two on other side lowering heads. Biting lips laughing. Like just saw something. Really funny. See, he got scared. Ha ha, dying of laughter. See, who told him to keep bothering people? Not right timing at all. Also didn't think about others' feelings. Really made people uncomfortable. This made Sarah couldn't understand. She softly asked, "Aren't you his friends?" Nathan and Emma looked at each other. Then turned looking at Sarah. Together said, "That's special case. So fast school day arrived. What about exams? I probably don't have much confidence." Nathan and Emma walking on road to school. Both wearing couple coats. Also wearing same scarf. Leaning on each other. Seemed not feeling winter's cold at all. Emma breathed out smoke. Lips smiled saying, "It's fine. You'll definitely improve a lot. Moreover, this isn't college entrance exam. It doesn't mean anything. Still one more semester. Don't worry." Emma reached out hand. Gently patted Nathan's head, comforting him. Nathan breathed out, having Emma's comfort. He felt much more relieved. Ding! Right then, Emma's phone rang. She took out looking. Found was Sarah's message. "You see, she sent us pictures of Columbia University." "Really? Yesterday after dinner went home. Seems you talked with her very long." Nathan looked at Emma's phone. Indeed, message from Sarah. Before, he definitely couldn't think of this situation. Even making Sarah actively send messages. Really not easy at all. Now she can chat normally with me. Though sometimes, can still feel she's somewhat scared. But compared to before, already much better. Emma smiled, nodding. She replied to Sarah's message. After arriving at school, two temporarily separated. Can't easily enter school. When entering classroom, they found they were last two to arrive. Homeroom teacher, Mr. Wong, already standing at podium. "You're almost late, know that? Quickly go to your seats." Mr. Wong helplessly looked at two. Yes. Nathan and Emma under whole class's attention. Seemed somewhat awkward. So they lowered heads, though their relationship. Whole class surely everyone knew. Two still very close. Probably just few more months. Lily turned head back. Said to classmate behind, "Rose." Rose still lowering head doing homework. Heard Lily's voice but didn't raise head. Isn't that good?" Rose softly replied. But hands still not stopping writing. Lily frowned, glancing at her. "Really strange. Your reaction so calm like that. Nothing interesting at all. Then what else do you want?" Rose shrugged. With uncaring look. But at this time she saw word she just wrote. Actually was word, uncle. She hurriedly used pen, crossing out and blacking out. Pretending nothing happened. And continued writing. Nathan sat in his seat. When he put backpack down, a lollipop rolled onto his desk. Nathan glanced beside. Then picked up candy and put away. "You don't look very energetic. Yesterday played games until midnight again?" Ashley shook head. Tiredly said. "Actually opposite. So many days I haven't played games. That's why tired like this. Doing nothing. Also didn't participate in New Year activities. Didn't spend any energy. Even absent from guild battle. So your New Year was that busy? I originally planned to have you do some quests for my account. But forget it, oh well. I don't have time. This whole semester I can't play long. I have to prepare for college entrance exam. My family insists I must test into that school." Ashley raised hand. Tiredly slumped on desk. Looking very uncomfortable. "Columbia University? Emma and I also plan to test there. That school quite good." "Oh, right, Columbia University. My mom also said when have time. Let us visit there once. After all, not very far." Nathan nodded. That's fine. Just happens someone there can receive us." Who?" "An older sister of mine. My aunt's daughter. She's Columbia University student. Probably if we go there, can find her." Probably. If before, Nathan definitely wouldn't dare say this. But now can. After all, Emma and she are friends now. She also has no reason to refuse. When free, let's go. Walk around a bit. That's good, let me tell my mom. Ashley didn't ask more, nodded agreeing. So has connection with Nathan. Then definitely has some relationship. With acquaintance like this, even better. Alright, quiet down. At this time Mr. Wong standing in front clapping hands. Signaling whole class to be quiet. Stop talking. Everyone raised heads. Looking toward Mr. Wong. Don't know what he'll say. There's something. You all listen. We have a transfer student. She'll study with us this final semester. Study with us. Come in. Mr. Wong called loudly toward classroom door. Students all frowned, faces full of questions. Looking at each other, faces ridden with surprise. Already final semester. Only about 4-5 months until college entrance exam. Why transfer student at this time? Who would transfer schools at such important time? While everyone's still confused, a student from outside slowly walked in. Her long black hair tied in ponytail. Wearing uniform, looking very lively and energetic. Under long eyelashes were bright and big eyes. Straight nose. Small lips, looking very cute. Smooth white skin. Made her face look easy to grasp. Seemed very soft and smooth. Height not too outstanding, but also normal female student height. When walked in with backpack on shoulder. Could tell she was very happy. Ashley's eyes immediately lit up. She raised head, neck like wanting to stretch out. Didn't expect transfer student to be beautiful girl. Nathan and Lucas had no reaction. Both tilted heads, frowning. Like thinking about something. Emma secretly looked at Nathan. Seeing what his expression was like. Introduce yourself. Mr. Wong nodded. Looking at girl in front saying. Yes, teacher. Girl directly went to podium. Picked up chalk. Then wrote her name on board. With confident manner. This like what usually seen on TV. Very rare to see in real life. But now they witnessed it. Crystal Snow, that's my name. Call me whatever. Little Snow, Little Crystal. Crystal Snow, thank you everyone. Girl's face showed sweet smile. While talking slightly bowed head. Greeting classmates. She looked really bright and cheerful. You sit behind Emma. She's class monitor. Anything ask her. Chapter 194, I still feel something's off about her. Hello class monitor. Crystal Snow sat down behind Emma. Smiled greeting her. Then arranged her things. Emma politely smiled back. Hello. Call me Emma. Alright, Crystal Snow nodded. Then took out books. Preparing to start class. Really strange transferring at this time. But seems also fine. After all, already final semester. Also nothing more to learn. Mostly just review. Don't need to worry about lesson progress. Nathan glanced at Crystal Snow. Secretly muttered once. Then didn't look at her anymore. Ashley still staring at Crystal Snow. Like waiting for her to turn head, looking toward her. But waited long. She still no reaction. Definitely concentrating on studying. So she didn't look anymore. Lowered head replying to Nathan. Maybe special reason. Like old school didn't have good learning environment. Or being bullied. Or like Lucas. Running away for some reason. Nathan smiled faintly. Shook head saying. HMPH. After class ends, you'll know new environment not better at all. Probably she'll be approached by many people. About 5-6 boys. Few more girls. Maybe haven't received love letters yet. Probably wait until afternoon. Really? I guess there'll be one love letter. Nathan raised one finger. With very certain look saying. Right, definitely will be. Who would be stupid enough not to recognize opportunity? Oh right, forgot one person. Ashley stunned for a while. Then slapped forehead. With expression like just realized something. Her eyes followed to corner of class. There. Already someone started writing love letter. First time. Seeing her already moved. But not very good, too ordinary. How to express my extreme sincerity? Kevin muttered to himself. Using pen tapping chin. Frowning thinking about this problem. He concentrated more than solving math. His idea was must act quickly. Send love letter first. First, to show love at first sight. Second, to attract that person's attention. If wait until many people send love letters, he won't stand out anymore. Opportunity will be gone. Whether successful or not doesn't matter. Important is must make people remember me first. Make that person have impression of me. HMPH, Kevin, you're really love expert. This move really brilliant. Kevin leaned head on hand, making pose he thought was very cool. Smiled softly. Couldn't help smiling. What are you laughing at? Hello Mr. Wong. Kevin raised head, when saw Mr. Wong beside. Kevin scared whole body shaking. Almost choked on his own saliva. Immediately, he hurriedly used hands covering desk. Mr. Wong reached out hand. Messy hair. Signaling Kevin to hand over. When Mr. Wang's authority showed, Kevin immediately felt awkward. He could only slowly withdraw hand. Handed over unfinished love letter on his desk. Mr. Wong took the paper. First glanced once. Then directly showed disgusted expression. He was homeroom teacher. Had seen many love letters. But one written this badly was first time he encountered. Usually, after collecting love letters, procedure was making writer read before whole class. But Mr. Wong thought, if let Kevin read, then whole class definitely couldn't continue studying normally. This paper prepared in advance? What about others, brought them all out? Mr. Wong glanced at love letter paper. Not regular paper from student notebook, but like paper specifically for love letters. Even had colors. Had decorations too. Kevin hesitated a bit. Looked up at Mr. Wong. Feeling somewhat embarrassed. Also didn't do anything more. Hurry up. When Mr. Wong shouted once. Kevin then slowly reached into desk. Then took out thick stack of paper. All different kinds of paper. Mr. Wang's eyes widened, stunned. Mouth slightly twitched. His face changed color. Ha ha ha. Classroom erupted in loud laughter. Kevin, face red like monkey's butt. You come to school to study or distribute love letters? Tomorrow tell parents come to office. Mr. Wong took those papers. Face immediately became serious. After scolding a while, he left classroom. Laughter in class still hadn't stopped. Kevin still felt very embarrassed. He secretly glanced toward Crystal Snow, wanting to see if she had any reaction. If could make her laugh once would be good. After all considered first person. To leave deep impression on her. Result Crystal Snow seemed not caring at all. Didn't turn head. She still holding notebook. Asking Emma about some problems. This made Kevin feel even more uncomfortable. Originally he planned to chase. Run ahead at starting line. Result like first person eliminated. Haven't started competing already eliminated. Emma, class monitor. Can you show me the schedule? I want to copy it. Alright, what time is lunch? Is there a cafeteria? You eat at the cafeteria? Oh no, I usually bring my own lunch. Crystal Snow always paid attention to Emma. Seemed only caring about her. Kept asking her questions, or talking to her. Emma also replied to each sentence. After all she's class monitor. Should take care of classmates. Mr. Wong also said if anything unclear just ask me. Besides, being a girl I can also talk more with her. If it were a boy I wouldn't do this. She didn't want Nathan to think too much. Far away, Rose was paying attention to Crystal Snow. She showed thoughtful expression. Slightly frowning. Ashley seemed to see through her thoughts. Asked. What's wrong? Because there's a new transfer student. She's class monitor, also normal. Rose without hesitation shook head. Probably not class monitor, but seems somewhat hasty. Something wrong? I don't see it. Probably her personality too lively. Right now she only knows Emma. Wait when knows more people. Probably will treat everyone like that. Lily looked toward Crystal Snow and Emma. She didn't see anything special. Rose didn't oppose Lily's thinking. But she still felt something off. I still feel she's somewhat strange. Chapter 195. Didn't expect you and Emma to match so well. One class period passed. Break time arrived. Most students lowered heads on desk. Preparing to use short time to nap. Don't know why this morning so sleepy. Maybe still not recovered from New Year break. During class, Felt really tired. Today is new semester day. Need gentle transition. Tomorrow will start exams. Students need quickly enter tense state. Preparing for college entrance exam. After class ended, Emma stood up from seat. As usual, Emma prepared to find Nathan and Ashley to play. Didn't expect after she stood up and left. Someone followed behind. When Emma came to Nathan's side, before could speak, she heard voice behind class monitor. Can you show me around school? Show me where cafeteria, library, restrooms, etc. are? Emma stunned a bit. She turned head looking. Standing behind her was Crystal Snow. She had hands behind back, smiling looking at Emma. Nathan and Ashley also raised heads, looking toward Crystal Snow, both surprised frowning. Before class, she was clinging to Emma, talking about this and that. They saw everything. Didn't expect after class still wanting to bother Emma. Really sorry, because right now I only know you. Really thank you. Crystal Snow from behind took out small bag of pastries. Gave to Emma. Her face carried apologetic look. With this attitude, Emma really couldn't refuse. She's new student. Also doesn't know anyone. I'm class monitor. Taking care of her is right thing to do. Moreover, she has very sincere attitude. Also very polite. How could I refuse? Hello everyone. Crystal Snow seemed to react quickly. Again took out 2 more pastries, gave to Nathan and Ashley. Nathan and Ashley looked at each other. Then reached out receiving. Said thanks. Thank you. What are your names? Nathan and Ashley replied together. Wow, your names must be very nice. You too. Nathan and Ashley smiled. Though smiles somewhat stiff. They really never met anyone so enthusiastic, optimistic and cheerful like this. Feeling. Seemed she even better at socializing than Emma. This for them. 2 people with weak social skills. Really hard to accept her attitude. Then, Emma led Crystal Snow leaving classroom. Led her touring around school. Ashley watched their figures. Softly said to Nathan. She seems to have no weakness to criticize. Usually people like this, the more normal the stranger. Nathan nodded. Continued saying. But don't need to be too defensive. Just a student. What could she have? Can't intend to kill or burn houses. Probably just some scheming. We don't need to be too close with her. At lunchtime, Emma came to Nathan and Ashley's side. 3 eating together. Haven't sat long. Crystal Snow brought food she bought. Sat down beside Emma. 3 somewhat surprised. But didn't say more. Can you share with me a bit? This dish I find quite good. Share with you all. Crystal Snow shared good food she bought with 3 people. They somewhat embarrassedly received, but couldn't refuse. Had to reluctantly accept, and said thanks. This made them have no reason to refuse Crystal Snow. For them, they all didn't want to refuse. Others' kindness. Then you also try our food. Emma pushed her lunchbox over. Preparing to let Crystal Snow try a bit. Wow, then I won't be polite. Crystal Snow happily picked small piece. Put in mouth. Oh, she let out small surprised sound. But that sound quickly disappeared. After stunned about 2 seconds. Her eyes lit up. Wow. So delicious. Did you make this yourself? Oh no, this is I. Nathan made it. Emma pointed toward Nathan. Softly said, really? So you know how to cook? Amazing. Oh wait. Your lunch is made by him? Crystal Snow somewhat surprised. Looking at Emma. Then looking at Nathan. She blinked. Slowly showed surprised expression. Emma lightly nodded. Replied. He's my boyfriend. Oh I see. Didn't expect you and Nathan match so well. Crystal Snow after hearing. She smiled brightly. Like a girl who likes gossip. Like just heard shocking news. Thank you. Emma hearing Crystal Snow say they match well. Immediately showed sincere smile. Lunchtime quickly passed. And then, Emma continued leading Crystal Snow touring school. Nathan and Ashley sat in place. Seemed they were thinking something, did you notice? After a while, Ashley softly spoke, Probably she already decided to praise when eating what you made. Probably didn't expect food really delicious. The later praise was sincere. Nathan nodded, really strange. Probably wants to deliberately make us happy. Seems quite scheming. Evening after school, Crystal Snow also went with Nathan and others. Going home. And happily said goodbye at door. Bye, be careful going home. See you tomorrow. When two walked away. In Crystal Snow's bag phone rang. Crystal Snow hurriedly took phone from bag. Pressed answer and tentatively asked, "Hello? How did today feel?" A man's voice came from other end. Very deep, like carrying unclear pressure. Crystal Snow showed happy smile. Happily replied, very good. Classmates and teachers all very good to me. Study atmosphere also great. Other end silent for a while. Then slowly spoke, "Have you met that person?" Hearing this sentence, Crystal Snow's smile immediately extinguished. Expression became serious. All day today. Never saw her with such expression. Met. Her voice also became deeper. Like completely change. Don't disappoint Dad, okay? Got it, don't worry, Dad. Chapter 196. Should we invite her to dinner? Nathan and Emma arrived home. Immediately changed student uniforms. Nathan opened mouth asking, "What did Crystal Snow say to you today? Did you feel anything strange about her?" Didn't say anything. Just felt she's a bit too enthusiastic. Also treats me well. Also quite smart. Probably studied very well before. Emma recalled whole day today. When with Crystal Snow. Felt very normal. Nothing different. You should lower a bit. We're not very familiar now. I keep feeling she's quite scheming. Why, actually for me. Whether she's scheming or not doesn't matter. As long as she. Emma stopped midway speaking. She was going to say. As long as Crystal Snow doesn't use schemes. On Nathan is fine. As long as she has no intentions toward Nathan. Then it's fine. She also can't hurt me. Also doesn't matter if hurts me. But probably no problem. After all, people with strange personalities. Or too outstanding like this. Around me not few. Then Nathan started preparing dinner. Currently, they take turns cooking. Tonight Nathan's turn. About half hour later. Dinner ready. Though only two of them. So eating anything no problem. Ding dong, right then. Doorbell suddenly rang. Nathan and Emma stunned. Both looked toward door. Stunned few seconds. At this time who could it be? Nathan used apron wiping hands then walked out. To door asked. Who is it? Hello. I'm new neighbor moved next door. Can I borrow something? Today I just moved here. A female voice came from outside. Hearing this voice, Nathan and Emma immediately showed surprised expressions. Both looked at each other. Eyes full of disbelief. Can't be? Emma quickly stood up. Approached Nathan looking toward door. Then slowly opened door. Person at door. They really didn't guess wrong. It was Crystal Snow. She just said moved to neighbor next door. Could this request be real? Crystal Snow saw Nathan and Emma. She stunned. Then eyes widened. Face full of joy. She smiled brightly. Like girl who likes gossip. Like just heard shocking news. Thank you. Emma didn't directly answer Crystal Snow's question. But stepped outside looking toward next door house and asked. Don't tell me you really moved next door? Right, I just moved here today. Really such coincidence. So great, I was worried about difficult neighbors. Since it's you, I'm relieved. Crystal Snow showed smile. Happily said, can't be such coincidence. Nathan frowned a bit. Face became extremely vigilant. Couldn't help stepping back. Today he already somewhat suspected this person. Didn't expect evening such coincidence happened. This made him couldn't help suspecting. Crystal Snow might have investigated them living here. And deliberately moved here. Emma stepped forward asking. What do you need to borrow? Can I borrow some laundry detergent? Emma went inside. After a while, she took out small bottle of detergent gave to Crystal Snow. Not much left. You just take it. Thank you. Crystal Snow took detergent and nodded thanks. Then like suddenly remembered something. Oh right. In return, I just made Coca-Cola chicken wings. Want some? Crystal Snow didn't wait for Nathan and Emma to say anything. She quickly ran to next door house. Just a while later saw her bring out a plate. In plate were several Coca-Cola chicken wings. Don't be polite. Though definitely not as good as Nathan's. But probably quite good. Thank you. Emma couldn't refuse. She took the plate, then looked at next door house. Huh? You living with family? Or living alone? I'm living alone. Parents probably busy with work. So I'm here alone. So you eating dinner alone? Emma lightly nodded, then turned looking at Nathan. Two looked at each other. Also looked at plate of Coca-Cola chicken wings. Looks like this dish made quite well. Should we invite her to dinner together? Emma softly asked by Nathan's ear. Usually, in this situation, definitely we should socially invite a bit. Especially knowing she lives alone. Eating dinner alone not good. Nathan nodded. Alright, also want to probe a bit more. Ask few questions. He agreed with this idea. Mainly want to understand Crystal Snow more. See if she poses any danger to Emma. If person with pretend schemes. He'll remind Emma to be careful. And stay away from her. But if she really just overly cheerful, enthusiastic person. Without any schemes then what? Then for them so good. Knows manners and understands social rules. They can't just refuse. And from now on, he can also rest assured letting Emma play with her. Emma continued looking toward Crystal Snow. Said, then eat dinner together. Just happens we're also preparing to eat. We also live alone. Crystal Snow raised eyebrows. She clearly didn't expect Emma would invite her. She glanced at Nathan, seemed wanting to see his reaction. Nathan also nodded, agreeing with Emma's decision. Crystal Snow stunned a bit. Then slowly showed smile. Oh my. Forget it. Wouldn't that bother you too? I'm not that stupid. Definitely we're already neighbors. Eating together later not too late. Nathan slightly frowned. Seemed didn't expect Crystal Snow would refuse. Emma lightly nodded saying. Then fine, that's best. If need any help just say. Got it, I'm going back. Bye. Crystal Snow waved then left. Next door house door closed. Nathan and Emma watched her figure. Then turned back closing door. Don't close door yet. You try see if it's poison? Nathan took chopsticks. Preparing to taste a bit. Check if safe. Emma smiled bitterly. If poisoned wouldn't go that far. We don't have any grudge with her. Chapter 197. Maybe wants to win us over? Not certain. Guarding against others, vigilance essential. Next year will be exam. Using this way to affect others during exam. Also possible to happen. Nathan used chopsticks picking piece then put in mouth. Chewed few times in mouth. Nathan slightly frowned. Again carefully tasted what flavor like. Definitely no problem right. Definitely can't have effect that fast. Emma looked at Nathan worriedly. Patted Nathan's back. Nathan shook head. Put chopsticks down. Softly said. This wasn't made by her. If she made it then. She shouldn't be student. She definitely would be chef. Emma stunned. Stared at Nathan then asked. Huh? What do you mean? That good? Not about good or not. Food made by chef. With home cooking always has very small difference. And can be recognized. If not she bought from restaurant. Then definitely she had several years as chef. Definitely veteran chef already. Cooking habits no different from mine. Then definitely she bought it. Then why say made herself? Don't know, this person still should be careful. But this dish probably no problem. I also don't think she'd use such obvious tactics. Let's just eat. Nathan put chicken plate on table. Preparing to eat with Emma. At this time, in their hearts. Though thinking about Crystal Snow matter. But both didn't say out. Both felt somewhat off. But also couldn't clearly say where off. Feeling they're suspecting if being paranoid. After dinner, Nathan and Emma continued studying. After shower then sleep. Nathan also specially listened to sounds next door. Very quiet. Didn't hear anything. After all, he also didn't expect to hear anything strange. Next morning, two woke up, preparing to go to school bit early. After all today has exam. Going out early can also review. Temporarily strengthen memory. But when they stepped outside, also heard door opening next door. Creak. Nathan and Emma simultaneously looked at next door house. Brows slightly furrowed. Before going out they already guessed. Definitely would meet Crystal Snow on way to school. So, they went out earlier than usual. Didn't expect even so. Still encountered her. After Crystal Snow opened door, she saw Nathan and Emma. Immediately showed natural smile. Raised hand greeting. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Emma raised hand briefly replying. While Nathan didn't say a word. Just silently looked at her. Crystal Snow also didn't walk with them as Nathan thought. Instead, she went ahead. Said, then I'll go first. Bye, see you at school. After saying, she didn't stay long. Just walked past them. Left. Such action made Nathan and Emma even more suspicious. This matter like leaving house with colleagues. Made them couldn't help suspecting. She planned to go with them. Deliberately waiting for them to come out. But now just greeted then left. This made them not know what to think. Could it really just be coincidence? Could be very coincidental too. Emma looked at Nathan. Softly said, probably so. Otherwise why? Why wait for us to go out so early? Just to greet doesn't make sense. Nathan looked at Crystal Snow's leaving back. Thought for a while, but didn't understand anything. Both also went to school. Arrived at class. Nathan talked to Emma about this matter. Emma thought a while then shook head. This matter really can't say for certain. Could just be coincidence. Tomorrow if still happens like this then definitely not coincidence. But if she deliberately did this wouldn't be stupid enough to do it 2 consecutive times. But what's the purpose? What does she want? Initially I thought she wanted to befriend Emma. But now thinking again not certain anymore. Nathan really couldn't figure out. He looked toward Emma and Crystal Snow. Yesterday Crystal Snow almost clung to Emma. All day just asking Emma all sorts of questions. But today not like that. Feeling completely different. She not clinging to Emma anymore. Just some small actions, like not recognizing Emma. Normally sitting there studying. Even something unclear also asking classmate beside. Not asking Emma sitting in front. Ashley touched chin. Brows slightly furrowed. Softly said, could it be playing hard to get tactic? Why like that? Probably very necessary for him. Just you don't know. Very soon exam will start. Whatever schemes Crystal Snow has. Nathan and Emma also decided temporarily not worry. Focus on exam first. Nathan knew himself. Can't directly enter top 20. He doesn't have that ability yet. So just need improve as much as possible. This time just need better than last time. Then that's success. Change his own prolonged stagnant situation. Morning exam ended. At noon. Nathan, Emma and Ashley 3 people. Again continued eating together. Yesterday this time Crystal Snow also present. But today Nathan looked at Emma. Softly asked, today Crystal Snow didn't say anything to you? Emma carefully recalled. Shook head saying, whole morning didn't say a word. But I heard her sighing frequently. Like something troubling her. Nathan turned head looking toward Crystal Snow. Found today noon. She just sitting alone. Head down eating. Looking from behind. Like very lonely. What's wrong? Emma somewhat doubted. Clearly yesterday's still fine. Why today like this? Crystal Snow lowered head. Chewing each bite of food. Each bite very small. Like trying to control eating speed. At this time, a sound came from behind Crystal Snow. Crystal Snow suddenly opened eyes. Like in an instant eyes lit up. But after hearing that sound, her eyes immediately became cold. Brows slightly furrowed. She raised head looking beside. Standing beside her was Kevin. Kevin smiled. Looking at her and rubbing hands. You not eating alone? Haven't made friends? I'm Kevin. Jacket. Voice somewhat hurried. Moreover seems you also very concerned. Kevin's words cut off. He didn't have time to say anything. Standing there stunned like not understanding. Just standing still not moving. Head like spinning. A blank space in head. Buzzing sound in ears. Feeling not right at all. Yesterday he observed all day. Definitely this is lively, cheerful person. Anyone greeting her, she all replied enthusiastically. Smile on face never stopped. He thought definitely easy to approach person. So today noon seeing her sitting alone. He actively came to befriend. But current situation. Why different from prediction? Crystal Snow at this time face expressionless. Not seeing any smile. The get lost Just now also very cold. Oh. Kevin nodded. Gently agreed, then turned back. Honestly, he also didn't feel uncomfortable. He seemed used to this. Though couldn't expect this situation. But when really facing this situation, he was mentally prepared, not affected too much. After chasing Kevin away, Crystal Snow returned to previous state. Looking seemed mood very heavy. Or should we call her over to eat together? After all, she hasn't done anything to us. Eating meal together also fine. Nathan softly said to Emma. They suspect then suspect, but have no evidence. So encountering this situation, definitely can't sit still doing nothing. All right. Emma nodded agreeing, then stood up walking toward Crystal Snow. Came behind her. Tried patting her shoulder. Crystal Snow. Want to eat with us? Crystal Snow hearing Emma's voice. Body slightly trembled. Slowly raised head looking at Emma. Expression on face extremely gentle. Eyes also very friendly and gentle. She gently pressed lips. Nodded then said. Okay. Thank you. Crystal Snow picked up her lunchbox. Went with Emma to Nathan's place. Please try what I made. This I made myself. Don't know if it suits your taste. Crystal Snow. Like she had regained yesterday's state. Smile appeared on face again. Ashley also wasn't polite. Directly took a piece of fried egg. Tasted a bite. Then asked. You seem in bad mood today. Something wrong? What's wrong? Crystal Snow asked suddenly. Couldn't help being stunned a bit. Then showed somewhat sad expression. Said. Because of this morning's exam. Don't know if I did well. Feel many places careless. Exam and you worry about that? Nathan slightly frowned. Asked again. Why? Isn't it? What else to worry about? Thank you for your concern. But I'm fine. Crystal Snow smiled. With gentle smile, making people feel light as spring breeze. This smile wasn't looking at Nathan smiling, but lowered head. This small action was noticed by Emma. Don't know since when. Feeling toward Crystal Snow increased bit of goodwill. If a girl smiled at my boyfriend like that, definitely would make people angry. Such small detail could increase points in Emma's heart. After finishing lunch, everyone cleaned up, returned to seats, preparing to review for afternoon exam. Nathan stood up going outside classroom, preparing to go to restroom. When approaching restroom door, Nathan saw a figure coming out from inside. It was Lucas. Lucas saw Nathan, waved at him, shouted, "Buddy, coming." Nathan went over and entered restroom with Lucas. Going inside, Lucas turned looking around, ensuring no one around. Then spoke to Nathan. Buddy, I heard your class also has a transfer student. Nathan frowned. You also have one? Right, it's a boy. Yesterday, after arriving, he talked quite a lot with me. Moreover, seems quite interested in you too. Interested in me? Definitely doesn't know me, right? Not sure, he said. Heard before there was a legendary figure in sports competition. He's very interested. Who doesn't know this? Don't know where he heard it. Really strange. Nathan zipped up, turned to wash hands. Planning to leave restroom. Suddenly saw a boy, standing at restroom door. Oh. Lucas saw that boy slightly startled, but still reacted in time. Quickly pointed at him saying, "This is our class's new transfer student. Name is Blake." The boy spoke before Lucas could finish. Eyes always directed toward Nathan. He was tall, thin. Looked quite handsome. At least among high school students. Also counted as outstanding. The way he looked at Nathan made him somewhat uncomfortable. Couldn't help stepping back. Hello. Nathan nodded. Simply greeted. Then planned to leave. But when Nathan passed beside Blake, Blake suddenly spoke up. Sorry to bother you a moment. I want to talk to you a bit. About your new transfer student. Nathan stopped. Frowned looking at Blake. You know? How do you know her name? Crystal Snow. Moreover, I also know. Yesterday she moved in. Then coincidentally appeared beside you, right? You also know that? Right. So could I bother you a bit? Can we talk privately outside? Nathan seemed worried. In his head quickly thinking. Feeling like encountering some trouble. But also really wanted to know. What's special about Crystal Snow? That's what he wanted to know most these past 2 days. Okay. Nathan nodded agreeing, and agreed to talk privately with Blake. Lucas continued walking ahead, while Nathan and Blake went to stairs. Blake glanced at surveillance camera in hallway. Immediately found camera's blind spot. Stood there. Waved calling Nathan closer. Nathan came over. Played video. This is Crystal Snow. Nathan looked at that video. Person in video was Crystal Snow. But her appearance seemed completely different from now. Cold expression. Eyes also carrying cruelty. Her entire state in video seemed completely opposite to impression Nathan had. In video, she was grabbing a girl's collar. This scene seemed like school violence. This video really too scary. Nathan, looking at video content, couldn't help frowning. This really was violence scene. All punching and kicking. He couldn't believe. Person in video was Crystal Snow he just met past 2 days. Same person? Too different. This video didn't look secretly filmed. Instead, looked like had installed super clear hidden camera. Secret filming couldn't have such stable clear quality. After watching, Blake put away phone. Looking at Nathan seriously said, "She and I attended same school before. I know her, cold, violent. I don't know how she pretends in front of you. But this is her real self. I'm not saying this with other intentions. Just want to remind you, don't get close to her. She's not a good person. Don't you and she have some grudge? Then what use telling me these things? What benefit do you get from this?" Nathan stepped back, carefully looking at Blake. He really didn't know anything about Crystal Snow. But this person before him also has his own secrets. He looked at what Blake was doing. Had what purpose? Was wanting to oppose Crystal Snow? Or had other purpose? And why come to me? She and I have small conflicts. So, you can consider me wanting revenge on her. Blake thought a moment, then seriously replied. Nathan still felt somewhat puzzled, but also didn't say more. This video definitely real. If acting, then Crystal Snow acted wonderfully. No, the girl being beaten acted wonderfully. All right, got it, thank you. Blake now showed smile. He was already handsome. Now smiling even more, radiating friendliness. No problem, we can be friends. And if she has any actions, you can tell me. When necessary, I'll help. Blake again opened phone, preparing to add Nathan as friend. All right. Nathan thought a bit, then agreed. After all, just a boy. Adding friends, just adding friends. Definitely Ashley won't say anything. So two exchanged contact information. When Nathan agreed friend request, Blake clearly eyes lit up, but seemed extreme joy. Only existed for a moment. Then Blake hit it. Send me that video. Okay, no problem. Blake immediately nodded agreeing. Then quickly sent video to Nathan. This was video they just watched. Nathan wanted this video to bring back for Ashley and Emma to see. He also wanted them to distinguish if it's fake, maybe AI face swap, he didn't recognize. After Nathan left, Blake still watched his back until he entered classroom. Now Blake's face finally changed. Corner of mouth couldn't control anymore. Yes. Done. Okay. Definitely. This is okay. Nathan saw Blake happy to point of madness. When jumping, even phone almost dropped. People passing by saw this scene, all looked bewildered. They thought this person, with his handsome face. What's he doing? Joking? Blake looked around a bit. Then quickly found more secluded place. And safer. Used phone making a call. Other end rang few times before connecting. Before other party could speak. Blake couldn't hold back, hurriedly said, "Recently. I've done it. I've added his contact information." "Really? What about Crystal Snow?" "I followed Dad's words. Already showed him video Dad gave. Crystal Snow definitely has no chance anymore." "All right, very good. Keep working hard. Don't rush. Don't rush too much. This must be done slowly. Any problems, tell Dad. Dad will help you solve." Yes, Dad, rest assured. Trust me, this is just my first step." After hanging up, Blake patted his chest, like cheering himself on. He looked at Nathan's friend list on phone, intently looking at chatbox, thinking what to write. But then felt inappropriate. Forget it, no problem. After all, many opportunities. Blake put away phone. Happily went back, his state now completely different from serious appearance, facing Nathan. After Nathan returned to classroom, he called Emma closer. Crystal Snow glanced once, seemed also wanting to come closer. But Nathan didn't call, so she, embarrassed, didn't dare come. "What's up?" looking mysterious. Ashley also craned head over, somewhat curious. "Don't know, Nathan just went to restroom." Why, like discovered some secret? When Nathan called Emma and Ashley over, he glanced around. After confirming safe, then opened phone. Played video Blake sent him. Showed both. Emma and Ashley, both eyes widened, faces full of horror. Couldn't believe video on phone. After watching, Emma still unconsciously turned head, looking toward Crystal Snow, and immediately faced Crystal Snow. She immediately turned head back, like afraid. This small action made Crystal Snow notice. Brows furrowed, expression change. Ashley, surprised, asked, "My God, where did you get this video?" "Going to restroom, got video like this?" "Long story. Just now I went to restroom." And Nathan recounted what happened. Two listened confused. Don't understand why suddenly appeared transfer student. Also knows Crystal Snow, and has some grudge. What's that person's name? Probably Blake. Just when Nathan finished speaking, Emma suddenly felt someone lightly patted her shoulder. Homeroom teacher? Emma, startled, hurriedly turned, looking behind. She saw person standing behind was Crystal Snow. She was holding exercise book. Smiling, looking at Emma, gently asked, "Is teacher in office? I want to ask about homework." "Probably there." "Then thank you." Crystal Snow smiled sweetly, then walked past Emma, going forward. Emma, still unconsciously, moved toward Nathan. Seemed she somewhat afraid. When Crystal Snow left classroom, Emma's face immediately became dark. She clenched fists, holding exercise book, twisting it. "Blake, you're a bastard." Chapter 200. This is competition of interests. Clearly this is business competition. Whole afternoon, Crystal Snow kept whispering with Emma, but Emma only replied briefly. Voice not loud, and words also very short. This made Crystal Snow very uncomfortable, but couldn't do anything. She could only sigh. Temporarily gave up intention to chat with Emma. She knew, rushing won't eat hot tofu. Now can only restrain. Wait for waves, calm seas, quiet, then continue. She looked at desk surface. Book before eyes cold. Eyes sharp as hawk. Fingers gripping table edge. Knuckles from using too much force became pale. Her breathing gradually became heavier. Each breath like preparing for explosion. After school ended, she hurriedly left school. Don't know where she went. Nathan and Emma, though, felt strange, but also not too curious about this. Now regarding Crystal Snow, he and Emma just wanted to stay away from her as far as possible. Whether she's innocent or not. Also don't want to risk. At this time Blake also left school. Just out of school gate, he immediately took out phone. Looking at Nathan's friend on phone. Corner of his mouth still slightly raised. Heh heh heh. Blake even couldn't help laughing out loud. But next second, he suddenly felt cold down spine. Like murderous intent from behind. Whoosh. Just one moment. Blake immediately turned and stepped back. But still got collar grabbed from behind. Blake immediately horrified. Eyes wide open. Mouth slightly open. Person before him extremely familiar. Just didn't expect her to appear here. And make move. Crystal Snow, what do you want? Blake reached out, trying to push woman in front away. But her hand just touched his shoulder. Immediately got grabbed. Just one strong force, he was thrown to ground. Bang, sounded. Blake bent down, painfully gritting teeth. Frowning. He raised head looking forward. Immediately saw a tall figure, like mysterious beast, standing before his eyes. Slowly lowering body, eyes and expression cold, making him couldn't help feeling afraid. Blake, long time no see. Crystal Snow let out especially cold voice. Under streetlight, Blake seemed to see a cold killer. Called Crystal Snow. You dare make move on me? Too arrogant. Slap. Blake's words not finished. Crystal Snow's slap landed on his head. Stop talking. I've hit you so many times, even I can't count. Hey, what damage did you do? Crystal Snow grabbed Blake's hair, lifted his head, coldly asked. Blake immediately showed panic in eyes. He turned head to side. Pretending calm said, I don't know. What are you saying? Don't know? Let me make you know. Crystal Snow, without courtesy, hit Blake's body. Each punch, kick like using full strength, but seemed to pull back at last moment. Ow, ow, I'll talk. I'll talk. Blake hurriedly raised hands, shouted loudly, signaling Crystal Snow stop hitting. Pain wasn't painful, just a girl. Even beaten, he could endure. But if someone passed by, he would be embarrassed to death. A boy pressed to ground, massaged by girl. Crystal Snow immediately withdrew hands, let go of Blake's hair, stood up, looking at him, said, all right. Speak, what exactly did you do? Blake stood up, rubbing head, opened mouth saying, nothing. Just showed that person video of you bullying others. What the hell, I said. They looked at me this afternoon with fearful eyes like that. I was teaching bullies. They definitely think I'm the bully. Oh my, Crystal Snow held head screaming. Then walked to nearby wall corner. One punch into wall. Face extremely helpless. No wonder afternoon I was looked at like that. Anyone watching that video would be afraid. Blake stepped back a bit. Said softly, after all, hitting people is wrong. What's there to justify? I know, but so many people bullied by him like that. How could I not manage? Moreover, I also received deserved punishment already. Crystal Snow lowered head, face dejected, seemed regretting something. But right after, she raised head, fierce eyes staring at Blake, making him tremble all over. Hey, don't hit people anymore. If you hit me again, I'll call police. Blake quickly stepped back 2 steps. With extremely careful expression, keeping certain distance from Crystal Snow. Crystal Snow continued stepping forward. Pointing at Blake, said, Blake, you're really despicable. Also using such tactics. I'll tell my dad. What? This is competition of interests. Speaking seriously, also business competition. Despicable, so what? You go ahead. After all, my dad already said. Your dad has his people there. Let's see what your dad dares do. Blake shrugged, showed ugly smile, like deliberately making Crystal Snow angry. Crystal Snow, after hearing, face immediately turned red, staring at him, eyes like wanting to burst flames. She angry to point of grinding teeth. Then Crystal Snow nodded, expression like wanting to give up. All right, then nobody think about anything. Then let's die together. I'll tell him your secret. Let's see what he'll think. You dare? Blake suddenly flustered, immediately face red, but couldn't say anything. Pointed at Crystal Snow and shouted once. Crystal Snow seemed to feel mood better a bit. Arms crossed. Smiled saying, why wouldn't I dare? Your dad there, but also my dad watching me. Let's see what he'll do. Tomorrow I'll tell him. You think he'll believe you? You have no right to speak there anymore. Then we'll wait and see. After all, I'm next to his house. Next door house, easy to approach first. You just wait to lose opportunity. 2 continued mocking each other. Then, both angrily left in opposite directions. Crystal Snow angry. Completely didn't notice someone standing at corner. Secretly heard all their conversation. Ashley leaning against wall. Arms crossed over chest. Mouth holding lollipop. With interested expression, watching Crystal Snow's leaving back. Business competition. Really interesting. Ashley smiled lightly at corner of mouth. Too difficult. She immediately bit broken candy in mouth. Spit out candy stick. Then walked toward Crystal Snow. This isn't something can participate. Like this won't work. Need to apply other measures, right? Need to discuss with my dad. But would that make me look useless? Crystal Snow walking on road. Head down like thinking. But could clearly see she very worried. Feeling like all troubles written on face. Also not watching road ahead. Many times. Almost bumped into something before realizing. Just turned head bop. At this time, a hand suddenly placed on her shoulder. Crystal Snow suddenly raised head. Pupils contracted strongly. Face showed horror. She completely unprepared. Let people easily approach her. She not focused. Already to this extent? She's so careless? No time to think more. Immediately, Crystal Snow turned around, trying to grab that person's wrist. No matter who opponent is. Since dared casually grab my shoulder. Then I have right to counterattack. Must press opponent down first. But when she just turned and reached out, opponent seemed prepared beforehand. Immediately used other hand locking her wrist. Body lunged forward, feet moving. One strong push her shoulder immediately lost balance. Bang in instant. Whole person pressed against wall. Crystal Snow eyes wide open. Showing horror. Heart also couldn't help trembling. Because dim light. She still hadn't seen clearly person behind. Only knew she was easily controlled by opponent. This is an expert. Don't be afraid at this time. She heard somewhat familiar voice. Immediately, something suddenly stuffed in her mouth. She felt sweetness. Seemed like lollipop. Streetlight illuminated person's face in front. She then gradually saw clearly. Ashley, is it you? Crystal Snow stunned a bit. Thought she saw wrong. She thought person behind could be bad guy or robber. Didn't expect was her classmate. Also classmate could subdue her like this. And was girl too. Is this reasonable? Right, it's me, don't worry. I have no malice. Ashley gently spoke. She said one sentence then slowly. Released hand controlling Crystal Snow. Crystal Snow still afraid now. Panted few breaths. In eyes also added vigilance. She really didn't expect. She had guarded against Nathan. Had guarded against Emma. But didn't guard against Ashley. Result was Ashley. Seemed to be most unstable person. You, what do you want at this time? Scared me. Just now I thought was bad guy. Don't mind. Crystal Snow forced out smile. Trying to appear friendlier. Hope Ashley don't discover anything strange. Ashley flipped hand. Then paced back and forth in front of Crystal Snow. Raised chin, coldly asked. And I want to ask you a bit. What are you doing at this time? And can you explain to me? What is business competition? Ashley locked eyes with Crystal Snow's eyes. When this sentence was spoken, Crystal Snow whole body trembled. Pupils also couldn't control contracting. You, what are you saying? I don't understand. Crystal Snow's smile became somewhat stiff. Still trying to appear calm. But hands behind back slightly trembling. This is competition of interests. Speaking seriously also business competition. Despicable so what? After all I'm next to his house. Next door house, easy to approach first. You just wait to lose opportunity. Ashley took out phone, played recording. Inside was conversation between Crystal Snow and Blake. Sound very clear. Crystal Snow's head rang once. Whole brain like empty. She only felt cold running down spine. Now in head only 2 words left. Ruined. Dead. Don't know what Nathan hearing this would be like. What do you think? Ashley gently spun phone in hand. Then put in pocket. Smiled looking at Crystal Snow. That smile like hiding knife inside. Made Crystal Snow cold down spine. That smile made Crystal Snow couldn't help shivering. Crystal Snow felt her throat like choked. Felt like throat dry. She now felt Ashley in front somewhat scary. That intelligent look seemed no matter how she explained and justified would be useless. And seemed her strength also not inferior to hers. If I use forceful confrontation, probably won't have much chance of winning. Really just a normal high school student? Before coming here, already thoroughly investigated Nathan. And his girlfriend, Emma. Why now is there such a scary factor suddenly appearing? What exactly do you want? If you're just simply curious, then I advise you not to get involved here. This isn't something you can participate in. Crystal Snow slightly frowned. Her face became serious. Voice also became deep. She tried to be more serious, hoping Ashley would back off. After all, she's just a high school student, though age almost no different from mine. But what she's experienced can't be compared. Oh, not something I can participate in? Ashley just smiled once, then slowly approached Crystal Snow. The smile on her face carried something not good, making Crystal Snow feel somewhat less confident. Do you know my relationship with Nathan? Haven't you investigated? Aren't you his deskmate? Crystal Snow swallowed saliva, head spinning. She tried to remember if she investigated about her. Seemed there was information saying Nathan and Ashley have quite good relationship. Often play together. Still deskmates. But she didn't pay much attention. She felt it wasn't important. After all, couldn't investigate all of Nathan's classmates. That's too unrealistic. So, she only investigated most important person, Nathan's girlfriend. Nathan is my deskmate. But I still call him brother. Guess what relationship I have with him? Crystal Snow's heart shook. Involuntarily said, brother, you're his sister. Ashley smiled with meaningful smile. Raised eyebrow. Slowly said, heh, guessed right. So Nathan is my brother. Crystal Snow took deep breath. Feeling like about to faint. Almost couldn't open eyes. Really is. Ashley took out phone and shook it. So now do you feel I can know? Definitely you must tell immediately. Either now you tell me. Or I'll let Nathan hear this recording tomorrow. Whatever intentions you have. Don't hope to succeed. Chapter 202. There's already insider information. Saying Nathan is the heir. I know, I'll tell you. But you must guarantee. Definitely can't tell others. Crystal Snow thought a bit then started speaking. She took the lollipop out of mouth. Cold sweat covered forehead. Should have investigated Ashley a bit first. Didn't expect her to have such background. Failed, but maybe this is opportunity. Maybe through Ashley can eliminate danger Blake. Ashley nodded then stared at Crystal Snow. Waiting for her to speak. Ashley knew this definitely not simple. What Crystal Snow about to say might make her very surprised. She was already prepared, just trying not to show surprise outside. I'm director Crystal's daughter. You definitely know him, right? Managing director, Mr. Crystal. Because if chairman is your brother, then you must know him. Currently there's insider information saying Nathan is already the heir. And because company strictly prohibits using connections for promotion. So even though I'm managing director's daughter, very difficult to join. Ashley just quietly listened to Crystal Snow speak. Face expressionless, but her heart being strongly attacked. Managing director's daughter. Brother-in-law is chairman. Nathan is heir. What does all this mean? You continue speaking. Ashley swallowed, voice hoarse. Now her turn trying to appear calm. Trying to let brain receive everything just heard. Crystal Snow didn't pay attention to Ashley's state. She lowered head sighing. Then continued. But as heir, Nathan. He can bring one person. That person will become his secretary. That's a position subordinates can only look up to. Even if I try my whole life. Can't climb to that position. So my dad sent me to Nathan's side. Hoping I create good relationship with him. So later can directly enter company. Ashley hearing these words, voice already trembling. Actually she was shocked greatly. She could recognize Crystal Snow deliberately approaching Nathan and Emma. But specific reason she still didn't know. Moreover, today also saw that video. So, she secretly followed Crystal Snow in evening. Wanting to investigate clearly. Result, this investigation really discovered big matter. Crystal Snow really has no malice. She's good person, but purpose contacting Nathan and people around him. Really not simple. In other words, Blake also same as you? Right, he's director Blake's son. Also like my dad, managing director. Same purpose as me, want to befriend Nathan. So later easily join company. Saying business competition. Actually somewhat exaggerated. Just competition of interests between me and him. Crystal Snow nodded. Her answer. Then suddenly thought of something. Her eyes widened looking at Ashley saying, right. I'll tell you his secret. Then you tell Nathan, okay? Right now saying anything he definitely won't believe. But he'll definitely believe you. I'm not for anything else. Just want revenge on this guy. Then you speak. Ashley really didn't care about Blake's purpose. But definitely more cards in hand better. Who knows might use later. This guy is Crystal Snow glanced around. Then reached out hand. Slowly curved. This arm, Ashley frowned. And her face twitched once. Really somewhat shocked. Even eyelids started trembling. Blake, he looks quite okay. Didn't expect likes men. After telling Nathan this. Definitely will make Nathan avoid him. If he still stays nearby. Then any of his actions will make Nathan afraid. Really, in my phone have photos too. I'll send you. No, no, no. Thank you, I don't want to see. Ashley hurriedly waved hands, refusing to see those disgusting things. Better close eyes. But at this time, she knew she already held many secrets. And also got evidence of Crystal Snow and Blake, these two people can say completely holding initiative. I've told you everything. Can you not tell Nathan? Help me keep this secret. If Nathan knows, he tells his dad. Crystal Snow looked at Ashley, face suffering. She begged Ashley. Eyes also showed fear. She didn't expect herself so useless. Only second day. Plan already exposed. All because Blake causing trouble. If not for him disturbing, I couldn't have failed. If this matter exposed, most serious situation, maybe my dad's position can't keep. Ashley smiled, looked at Crystal Snow a while, then slowly spoke. Of course. I'm very discreet person. Especially such important secrets. I'll definitely help you keep secret. Don't worry. But Ashley then showed evil smile. Continued. My benefits definitely not few. Of course, of course. Crystal Snow continuously nodded. Whatever Ashley requests now, as long as she can do, will definitely do. Alright. Then I'll go first. Then, Ashley satisfied nodded. Slowly walked away from here. Crystal Snow watched Ashley's leaving figure. Couldn't help breathing relief. Felt lucky finally resolved. This deadly danger, she thought, this time would disappoint her dad. Ashley walked far away, turned head looking back once, to ensure she's at safe position. Then, she took out phone and dialed. Hello. Hello, Ashley, something urgent? Why calling me? Nathan's voice on phone full of doubt. He somewhat didn't understand why Ashley directly calling him. In memory seemed never called before. Because Ashley definitely has no urgent matter. She couldn't directly call like this. Hello. Nathan, tonight you still can't enter game, right? Then I'll enter help you play. You want to help me play really? Of course. If don't enter game do quests. Probably will be kicked from guild. Alright, then like that. Don't you always want some item? I'll go help you farm that item. Really? You're not lying to me? Definitely not lying. Actually I also have nothing to do, so what? Alright, thank you. Tomorrow I'll treat you to meal. No problem, no problem. Our relationship. All small matters. Chapter 203. If everything goes smoothly, later I won't have to worry about starving. Julia left bedroom in middle of night, preparing to pour glass of water, but saw Ashley's room still lit. Now already past 2 a.m. Could Ashley still not sleeping? Julia went knocking on Ashley's door. Knock knock, Ashley, you still not sleeping? We'll sleep in a bit. From room came Ashley's somewhat tired voice. It's Mom, Julia. Naturally could hear out. She couldn't help frowning saying, so late already. Why not sleeping yet? Tomorrow don't you have exam? Alright, give me 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes I'll definitely finish. Julia's face somewhat unhappy, said to inside room. Every day playing games like this, can you survive? If you keep indulging like this, sooner or later we'll starve. Don't worry, parents, I have moderation. If everything goes smoothly, later I won't starve. Just 10 more minutes, then sleep early, okay? Don't go online gambling or anything, okay? Got it, Mom. Julia helplessly shook head, then turned going back to room. Regarding Ashley, she couldn't say more. Because really she always has plans in heart. She doesn't need to say much, she can handle everything herself. At this time, Ashley still sitting before computer, using Nathan's account continuously farming equipment. She knew now very late. If can't farm equipment, probably wait until tomorrow continue. Yawn, Ashley yawned once. After last time didn't farm equipment. She turned off computer preparing to sleep. She knew this matter doesn't need rush. With current advantage, she definitely already one step ahead of others. As long as no surprises happen. Don't let surprises happen to herself. This whole life, all surprises happen to Nathan. Besides, no one can bring surprises to her. Next morning, Ashley only slept few hours. Set alarm to wake. Julia thought she stayed up so late. Definitely couldn't wake up anymore. Result, she woke even earlier than usual. Breakfast ready, Julia said to Ashley, who just finished washing face. Then she saw Ashley directly rolling up sleeves. Going into kitchen. What do you want to do? Preparing lunch. From today, I'll also prepare my own lunch, Ashley said lightly. Then herself took ingredients, started washing and cutting. Prepare own lunch? Why suddenly want to bring own lunch today? At school isn't food not good? Julia somewhat didn't understand. She didn't understand why. Suddenly Ashley wanted to prepare own lunch. But what made her not understand more was, she didn't know Ashley could cook. Right. Knife cutting sound very fast and perfect. Also never stopping. You know how to cook? When did you learn? Never learned, but often watch and imitate. Ashley shrugged. Replied lightly. At this time Julia realized. Ashley completely imitating her cutting movements. Even way holding knife exactly same. She's used to Ashley's imitation ability. Really for her, imitating very easy. What do you want to eat? Let mom make for you. Ashley raised head. Julia wanted to help Ashley make. Though Ashley can imitate cutting movements. But cooking not that simple. If make wrong will be very bad. Ashley also knew. Her cooking might not be very good. So agreed to let mom help her. Opened mouth saying, I'll eat anything. Just make dishes. Nathan and Emma like. So at school can share with them. Julia surprised a bit. Paused few seconds then nodded. All right, that's good. Mom knows what Nathan likes eating. Probably Emma also said, what you like eating mom will make. When Julia finished making. Time before Ashley goes to school. About 20 more minutes. But Ashley already prepared everything. And preparing to go out. You going to meet Nathan and Emma then go to school together? Right. Be careful on road. Julia watched Ashley enter elevator leaving. She felt somewhat vague. Brows slightly furrowed. Seemed thinking about something. Ashley left home then slowly approached Nathan's house. Distance not too far. Ashley walked quite fast. So only about 10 minutes later. She already at Nathan's door. She raised hand preparing to knock. At this time next door opened. Ashley turned head. Eyes met with Crystal Snow just coming out. Ashley immediately frowned. While Crystal Snow face full of awkwardness. Yesterday morning. Crystal Snow and Nathan going out together. Wasn't coincidence. But Crystal Snow prepared early. Then stood at door waiting. When heard sound from next door opening. She then went outside. Purpose just to greet. But yesterday's matter made. She now doesn't dare contact Nathan too much. Must go slowly. So she prepared to go out early. To avoid meeting Nathan and others. Afraid being misunderstood by them. Result, didn't meet Nathan. But met. Person she currently least wants to meet. Oh my, good morning. Crystal Snow raised hand greeting Ashley. Looking very unnatural. Ashley nodded. Looking down. Found Crystal Snow also carrying lunchbox. Ashley squinted looking at Crystal Snow's lunchbox. Crystal Snow also felt Ashley's gaze. She then hid lunchbox behind. I'll go first. Crystal Snow stepped out. Slowly walking forward. Trying to pass Ashley. Then quickly leave here. But when she passed Ashley. Ashley suddenly reached out grabbing her arm. Making her startled. Don't rush to leave. We're all classmates. Let's go together. Ashley looked at Crystal Snow. Her face showed light smile. Though outside nothing strange. But in Crystal Snow's eyes. That smile somehow not good. At this time, downstairs. Already someone standing there very long. Hiding behind wall corner like waiting for something. Blake watching building door. He still muttering, oh, what coincidence, so you're here. No, too familiar already? Probably should create bit of distance feeling better. You're Nathan, right? Yesterday we. Also not right. How to enter here naturally. Chapter 204. Didn't you hit him very painfully last night? Then after a while. Nathan's door opened. Nathan and Emma stepped outside. Seeing two people standing outside door. They startled. My God, Ashley. Why are you here? Nathan couldn't help saying crude sentence. Then his eyes looked beside. When saw person beside Ashley was Crystal Snow. He immediately frowned, while Crystal Snow still lowered head, not daring to look straight at Nathan. She now really liked someone speechless. Don't know what to do. Why are you together? Nathan looked at Ashley asking. Because he saw Ashley holding Crystal Snow's wrist. All classmates. Going together no problem. Ashley winked, seemed signaling Nathan and Emma. Three of them quite in sync. Nathan and Emma immediately understood Ashley's meaning. They nodded. Right, Nathan gently said, though he didn't understand what Ashley meant. But he believed Ashley wouldn't do wrong. At this time, Crystal Snow felt her heart suddenly warmed thanks to Ashley. She looked at Ashley's profile, eyes full of gratitude. Didn't expect Ashley not only kept secret for her, but also helped her get closer to Nathan and others. Could it be in Ashley's heart? She's not that bad? So what are you here for? I woke up early, so conveniently came to find you. Woke up early? Nathan didn't doubt Ashley's words. He and Emma went downstairs. When four people stepped out building door, Crystal Snow suddenly trembled, feeling like there's a gaze, making her very uncomfortable approaching. He's here, Crystal Snow muttered. Her eyes quickly searched around. Finally, at a corner, she saw a figure. When others haven't noticed yet, Crystal Snow already locked eyes there. A person from there walked out. It was Blake. Right when Blake stepped out, he saw Crystal Snow beside Nathan. And two looked at each other. Both immediately frowned, like seeing enemies. Ashley noticed Crystal Snow's gaze. She looked over, saw Blake slowly approaching. But Blake completely didn't regard Ashley. In his eyes, Nathan most important person. Next is his girlfriend, Emma. After all, winning over Nathan. Also very important, wanting to win over his girlfriend. And then is his big enemy, Crystal Snow. As for Ashley, he completely didn't want to bother. Just an outsider. Hey, Nathan. Blake stepped over and called gently. Nathan, hearing call, turned head looking back. When saw Blake, he couldn't help being stunned. Somewhat puzzled. Why he appeared here? He still remembers my name? Yesterday just added friends. And doesn't he have grudge with Crystal Snow? Yet now Crystal Snow beside me. What's he here for? You're Blake, right? Yesterday we met. Blake nodded and smiled at Nathan. That's very simple normal action. But in Ashley's eyes, seemed to have some intention. Because she also knew Blake's secret. Heard he's that kind of person. Now, seeing him making these expressions and actions toward Nathan. Really somewhat uncomfortable. But she also clearly knew Blake's purpose. He seemed accidentally meeting them. But actually definitely stood waiting very long. Hey, do you feel? Today seems many people going to school together? Nathan and Emma walking in middle. Beside them three other people. Standing beside two of them. First time they go to school together with so many people. Making now they holding hands. Really somewhat embarrassed. Like being watched by someone. Hey, you all take this road to school? Me too. Oh, our class monitor is your good friend, right? I heard you and he very close. Right, very close. Blake kept standing beside Nathan talking. Looking like normal conversation, but like he already prepared script. Crystal Snow standing aside angrily grinding teeth. Originally, should be her chatting with Nathan. But now because of Blake, she temporarily can't approach Nathan. She can only stand aside, watching angrily. At this time, Ashley suddenly elbowed Crystal Snow. Softly said, "You go pull him away." Okay? Crystal Snow raised head, looking at Ashley with surprised face. Nothing not okay. Didn't you hit him very comfortably? Right now Nathan probably also uncomfortable. You pull him away. Maybe even leave good impression with Nathan. Really, alright. Crystal Snow nodded, agreeing with Ashley's words, then walked toward Blake. One hand directly grabbed his arm. What are you doing? Now Blake has conditioned reflex. Every time Crystal Snow touches him, he startles. Whole person can't help trembling. Stop bothering others. Don't care if he wants to talk to you or not. Really so troublesome. Crystal Snow frowned, scolded once. Then, forcibly pulled Blake away. Hey, what's it to you? You want to bully me? You want to hit me? Blake still shouting when saying bully. He deliberately raised voice, but Nathan and everyone seemed not caring what Blake's saying. They looked at each other, somewhat surprised. Didn't expect Crystal Snow would pull Blake away. Honestly, they really felt Blake somewhat troublesome. Early morning, they about to take exam. Nathan still memorizing formulas in heart. But Blake kept standing beside bothering, talking non-stop. Crystal Snow's action made Nathan and Emma somewhat change thoughts in heart. Crystal Snow pulled Blake away. Only Ashley left, still walking beside Nathan and Emma. Ashley suddenly asked, "Oh, by the way, this weekend want to visit Columbia University? Going to tour a bit is fine. Didn't you say have relatives studying there?" "Right, this weekend." Nathan looked at Emma beside, wanting to ask her opinion. She herself also fine. Emma continuously nodded, said, "Good, that's good. We just go find Sister Sarah to play. She and I have chatted a lot on phone. She even actively invited us to visit." Chapter 205. What do you want to say? About Nathan? Friday lunchtime. Crystal Snow sitting in place. Before her lunch she prepared early morning. But now she has no mood to eat. And keeps lowering head, pressing lips, looking very conflicted. Because lunch today she only sitting here alone. Emma already went eating with Nathan. Also didn't call her. She also didn't dare go there. Her lunch also prepared beforehand. Analyzed as dishes Nathan and Emma like. Said to suit taste. But now doesn't dare go there. Also doesn't dare give them to eat. Definitely they'll think she has no good intentions. Sigh. Am I not suitable for this path? Probably should give up. Crystal Snow opened lunchbox. Preparing to eat all those dishes. At this time Nathan and Emma. Together with Ashley, three people, not that they don't notice Crystal Snow. But Nathan and Emma not sure what situation Crystal Snow has. Ashley glanced at Crystal Snow once. Said to two of them, "She's not bad person. But her overly enthusiastic attitude really is pretending. Why does she have to do that?" Facing Nathan's question, Ashley stunned a bit, feeling like suddenly she thought a lot. Probably because new environment. Don't want to be isolated? So rushing to make friends. Her video definitely has some misunderstanding. After all, seeing still not necessarily right. Nathan doubtfully frowned, looking at Ashley asking, "Today you seem saying many good words about her. You say what's good about her?" "Actually nothing. Just investigated a bit." Ashley showed smile. And Nathan didn't ask more. He didn't trust Crystal Snow. But definitely would trust Ashley. Since Ashley said so. Nathan also felt relieved. Then tell her come eat here. Looking at her standing there also pitiful. Nathan looked toward Emma. Softly said. Emma nodded. Then stood up. Preparing to go call Crystal Snow over to eat. When she just stood up. And preparing to approach Crystal Snow. A figure suddenly blocked in front of her. Stopping her. Emma frowned. Looking at person in front. Face not very pleasant. Person in front was her best friend in middle school. But eventually became estranged. "What are you doing?" Emma spoke up. Gently asked. While Rose secretly glanced toward Crystal Snow. Seeing she didn't look up. Then softly said to Emma. "I have something want to tell you." "What can't be said here?" Emma slightly startled. She long hasn't talked with Rose. Now suddenly she wants private talk. She also has to be cautious. "I just want to remind you few things. After all, recently you might meet some danger." Rose's words made Emma frown tightly. She really felt recently something's off. But also can't point out where problem is. Just feeling something secretly happening. And she doesn't know. "Then you wait for me a bit." Emma softly replied. Then walked past Rose. And approached Crystal Snow. When Emma walked past, Rose bit her lips tightly. Face full of worry. "Hey." Emma gently patted Crystal Snow's shoulder. Called out once. "You." Crystal Snow raised her head looking at Emma. Eyes immediately widened. Mouth slightly opened. Face full of disbelief. She really didn't expect today Emma would come find her. Yesterday she still saw that video. She already went and ate with everyone. Come over, eat with everyone. Eating together is more fun. Emma showed a smile. making Crystal Snow feel warm immediately. Warm afternoon sunlight shining through thin curtains, illuminating Emma's face. Combined with that smile, Crystal Snow felt like in an instant, she saw an angel bringing gentleness. Yes, of course yes. You go first, I'll go out for a bit. Emma gently patted Crystal Snow's back, then turned and glanced at Rose. Her face also became serious. Both left the classroom. Crystal Snow also stood up, holding her lunch, carefully walking toward Nathan and everyone. Emma. Ashley raised her head, but only saw Crystal Snow walking alone. She then asked doubtfully. Nathan also immediately stood up. His face became serious. His body lunged forward at this moment, making Crystal Snow step back, almost dropping the lunch in her hands. Oh, she just said going out a bit. Let me come over first. Crystal Snow softly replied. She looked lacking confidence, still not daring to look straight at Nathan's eyes. Could only look at Ashley. After all, Ashley still clearly knew her situation. Might help her a bit. All right, just do it. She probably went to restroom. We'll be back soon. At school, what could she do anyway? Ashley quickly signaled Nathan, reminding him to sit down, and pointed at empty chair in front, signaling Crystal Snow to sit down. Nathan, hearing this, then slowly sat down, while Crystal Snow also very careful, afraid of doing something wrong. Because when Nathan stood up, she was very scared, afraid of this man, made her feel fear in an instant. This man suddenly emitted an aura making her worried. At this time, Emma already went with Rose to the stairwell. This had become their frequent private chat place, because here rarely had teachers passing. So quite safe. What do you want to say? About Nathan? Emma stared at Rose. She didn't know what she planned to do. Though Rose never straightforwardly said about she likes Nathan. But Emma wasn't stupid. She could see. Until now, she no longer cared about Rose. Feeling like already given up, now she's somewhat worried. Don't know if Rose plans to say something about Nathan. Who knows? Rose without hesitation shook head, intently looking at Emma, and said, I want to talk about Crystal Snow. She's very strange. Very strange. She seems trying to befriend you. But I can see her real purpose is Nathan. Chapter 206. Just simply wanting you and Nathan to be harmonious. Nathan, how could? What do you mean? Emma first was somewhat stunned. Then, like not thinking much, she showed worried expression. Because regardless real or fake, just hearing someone has intentions toward Nathan, her heart involuntarily worried. She could only feel Crystal Snow approaching herself, but didn't feel she had any intention toward Nathan. After all, she maintained quite good distance. Rose blinked, looking around. Seemed afraid someone eavesdropping. I'm not sure, but I've observed her several days. I'm certain she has intentions toward Nathan. Why are you so certain? This is intuition. Rose somewhat stammered, her mind almost confused by Emma's question. Actually, she couldn't say. She felt Crystal Snow very similar to herself before, when trying not to care, but actually deliberately appearing beside, though she's newcomer, no one familiar. Class has over 20 boys. Why could she connect with Nathan? All right, but why? Telling me these things? Emma frowned. Whatever Rose's purpose, but at least her words useful to me. She didn't know why. Rose helping her, though they haven't talked a long time. And friendship broken. Now she's saying these words, making her hard to trust her. I just want to prevent her achieving purpose. Not having any grudge with her. Just wanting you and Nathan harmonious. Emma stared at Rose, saying nothing. But her eyes seemed saying something. After a while, Emma then slowly spoke. Gently said, I know. Thank you for telling me. I'll pay attention to her. After speaking, she turned leaving. Rose seemed wanting to say something more. She reached out hand, but when hand still midair slowly lowered. Wanting to speak but stopping. Could only see bit of loneliness in her eyes. For so long, she couldn't imagine becoming old friend, yet having no relationship. Maybe whatever she says, whatever does, can't salvage anymore. Class about to end. This friendship probably can't revive anymore. Emma returned to classroom. Saw Crystal Snow already sitting there. But seemed she didn't dare look at Nathan. If really according to Rose's words, Crystal Snow definitely would have some contact with Nathan when she's not paying attention. With that thought, Emma didn't rush outside, but hid a door secretly watching, trying to find evidence. But she waited very long. Also didn't see Crystal Snow have any action. Instead, she felt Crystal Snow seemed very careful. She seemed afraid. Nathan lightly tapped table, suddenly stood up, then said, "I'll go find her." All this time Crystal Snow startled, scared a bit. Though not very clear, but still let Emma see. Emma frowned a bit. She felt somewhat puzzled, originally. Though just being startled by table tap shouldn't have this reaction. Really like afraid Nathan would suddenly hit her. Strange, Emma muttered. At this time Nathan also walked over. Almost bumped into Emma. "Why are you here? Where did you just go?" Nathan worriedly asked. "Eating, then suddenly going outside. Also not telling me anything. Made me so worried." Emma hadn't yet replied. At this time, Rose just returned. When seeing Rose, Nathan tightly frowned. A thought appeared in head. He suspected Emma just now. Probably was called away by Rose. Seeing Nathan's eyes, Rose slightly adjusted posture, then lowered head. Without saying word, walked straight into classroom. "It's fine, let's go back." Emma pulled Nathan's hand, walking with him toward classroom. Both at this time had doubts in hearts, but didn't speak out. Emma sat back in old seat, looked once toward Crystal Snow. At this time, Crystal Snow also just raised head looking at her once. Two looked at each other a moment. Crystal Snow hurriedly turned away eyes. "What are you afraid of?" Emma couldn't help asking. This state completely different from yesterday. Too strange. Crystal Snow using chopsticks poking at rice. Pressing lips. Looking quite awkward. Plus, Nathan and Ashley both looking at her. So many eyes directed making her more nervous. Not fear, but worry. Worried you all will fear me. Because I know. Yesterday you all saw that video. Crystal Snow hesitantly said, voice getting smaller. Ashley seeing her like this not seeming fake. Then spoke. If there's misunderstanding, you can explain to us. We also don't know clearly story's cause. Will you believe me? Just say it. Nathan gently said. Then. Crystal Snow told everyone about video's truth. In video, person she taught was the bully. Already bullied many students. Those students came finding Crystal Snow, asking her help. Because even that bully also didn't dare touch Crystal Snow. Knew she not easy to mess with. Crystal Snow also softened. Seeing many people begging, she helped. The bully was expelled. She also received deserved punishment, but became hero in many people's hearts. When Nathan and Emma finished listening, both didn't have strong reaction. Seemed not very surprised. Nathan just nodded, then calmly said, I understand. Do you believe? Ashley beside spoke. Believe. Because you don't need to lie to us. Because she already knew truth. Knew Crystal Snow not lying. Crystal Snow continuously nodded, and affirmed. I affirm it's true. Definitely true. I'm not lying to you. I also have no reason to lie to you. Unless at this time. Emma slowly opened mouth. Crystal Snow turned looking at her. Saw Emma staring at herself. Her eyes narrowed a bit. I say if you're lying, then could be. You want to protect your image in someone's eyes. Chapter 207. And later won't have any relationship with that person anymore. Crystal Snow stunned for a second. Then shook head saying, not that. I really not lying. What I said all truth. So her expression and eyes showed no flaw. Emma looked at her once then. Nodded. Said nothing more. After school, Nathan and Emma went home first. Not giving anyone chance to find them. This morning going to school already many people together. Evening if again going with too many people. Really very uncomfortable. Coming to evening before sleeping. Both lying on bed. Nathan leaning against headboard. While Emma leaning in Nathan's arms. Two curled in blanket, feeling comfort. Enjoying space only for them. Emma raised head looking at Nathan's profile. saw him intently playing game. At this time, she originally couldn't bear disturbing. But one thing still suppressed in her heart. She also didn't feel comfortable. If not speaking out, then tonight definitely can't sleep. Nathan. Nathan, hearing Emma calling him, immediately put down phone, looking at her, wanting to hear what she says. Emma lowered head, one finger, drawing circles on Nathan's chest. Softly said, I want to ask you about Crystal Snow. What do you think of her? I don't have any thoughts. Actually, I don't pay attention to her. Until now, I don't even remember what her face looks like. Nathan hesitantly said, his mind spinning. Seemed afraid of saying wrong thing. Though emotional quotient increased a lot. But facing this survival question, he's still somewhat unprepared. Then, do you feel these days much contact with her? Today noon I went out. Did you and she say anything? Emma consecutively asked several questions, making Nathan stunned. Couldn't say a word. This was first time he heard Emma care about a girl like this. But he really had no contact or conversation with Crystal Snow. So Emma, could this be sign of possessiveness? Nathan, though not showing outside, but heart surged with joy. His girl having possessiveness, really good thing. Proves she cares about him. Nathan reached out, hugging Emma, whispered in her ear, I swear, I have no contact with her at all. We almost don't talk to each other at all. You rest assured. Later also won't have any relationship with her. Emma, hearing Nathan say this, worries in her heart immediately vanished. She reached, hugging Nathan's neck, her head leaning on Nathan's chest, gently said, I know. Both hugged each other very long. Nathan suddenly remembered this weekend coming. Oh, by the way, didn't we arrange this weekend? Going to play at Columbia University? Need to tell Sister Sarah? All right, let's go find her to play. She'll definitely be very happy. She probably not sleeping yet. I'll tell her. Emma happily took out phone, preparing to message Sarah. After a while, Emma already started chatting with Sarah on phone. She still had bright smile on face. Nathan, looking at Emma, felt very admiring. Didn't expect Sarah gradually becoming happier thanks to her. Even my aunt already called, thanking Emma earnestly. All right, she agreed. We just go find her. She'll go play with us. Okay. I'll ask Lucas and others. Maybe they also want to go together. Emma continuously nodded, happily said, good. I also haven't seen Peach long time. Definitely will be very lively. After getting response, Nathan then asked Lucas. After a while also got answer from there. Logically, he and Peach wouldn't go out. But playing at Columbia University can also tour a bit. Will be useful for choosing major later. Then I agree. 2 days later, weekend arrived. Nathan and Emma woke early and started preparing. Usually at this time, Ashley would remind them from night before, reminding repeatedly about waking early. To point they're used to waking early. But don't know why this time. Ashley didn't remind them. Nathan came out from bathroom. Saw Emma standing before mirror, holding a coat in front. Nathan recognized this coat, but never saw Emma wear it. Why want to wear it today? Nathan walked over and gently hugged Emma's waist from behind. Softly asked. Emma smiled, took out phone, showed Nathan a photo. That photo Sarah sent Emma to share today's outfit. And outfit she wearing, also quite similar to what Emma holding. Oh, you want to dress like her? You always pay attention to such details. Nathan gently tapped Emma's nose, praised her once, making Emma show bright smile. All right, let's hurry. Just asked Ashley, she's on way here. Okay, let's go. Two hurriedly walked faster, and Ashley also arrived at their home after 2 minutes. This time she didn't hurry, urging. Just sat beside, quietly waiting. They waited until 3 left door. Then prepared to meet Lucas. And Ashley too. Ring. 3 entered elevator. When going downstairs, door next to Nathan's opened. Crystal Snow poked head out, carefully looking around, confirming no one outside door. Then opened door going outside. She entered elevator, went to first floor, like following Nathan and others, until she went out and reached street corner. Suddenly a voice sounded behind, hey. Ah. Crystal Snow startled, turned looking. Saw person behind really was Blake. Damn it, what are you doing? Blake frowned, pinching arm, then said, I still want to ask you. What are you planning? Following? No, you don't need to worry. I just going out for walk. Then why are you here? I see you like following. Blake snorted, smirked, nodded once, said, right. Really shameless admitting like that. Too shameless. Chapter 208. I'm not afraid of what you do. As long as you don't like me. Emma and Peach meeting. Immediately opened arms, running toward each other. Giving each other big hug. They hadn't met long time. Last meeting was before New Year. Time passed really fast. Already almost 2 months. Lucas then walked toward Nathan and Ashley. Smiled lightly. Asked, why suddenly want to play at Columbia University? Probably you want to test there? Ashley nodded, replied, right. My family's hospital there. See, nothing bad touring. Also right. Then we'll go together. Want to see how school environment is. Several people talking while boarding subway. Heading to Columbia University. 3 girls sitting talking, while Nathan and Lucas standing in front of them. Hey, what's with that Blake guy? You know him? I feel like he already knew you before. Lucas suddenly mentioned this issue, looking at Nathan. Nathan thought a moment, shook head saying, I don't know him. Also don't know what he's planning. Really very strange. Really? Then I see. He seems often approaching you. Every time after school, if he's not staying in classroom. Then going somewhere, or wandering outside. Also not paying attention, let him be. A guy, I'm not afraid of what he does. As long as he doesn't like me. Suddenly Nathan laughed lightly. Ashley suddenly covered mouth, laughing loudly. Everyone surprised looking at her. Saw her laughing uncontrollably. Nathan frowned. Don't tell me since when you have strange laughing style? Haha, not that. You don't understand my humor. Definitely you'll know, haha. Ashley laughed until couldn't breathe. Until corners of her eyes showed tears from laughing. Then slowly stopped. Nathan slightly curled lips. Recently she's also really strange. At this time, outside 2 train cars. Crystal Snow and Blake were here. Their destination same as Nathan and Emma's. After all, they just came to follow. Very likely today whole day they won't gain anything. But if opportunity appears, helping something, then absolutely very useful. Feelings will increase greatly. So even secretly following all day. They also agree to do. Why is our class monitor also coming here? Now even harder to do. Blake holding binoculars in hand. Already using binoculars in subway. Successfully attracted strange looks from people around. Isn't he sick? Taking binoculars, peeping at others in subway. Can he really see clearly? Crystal Snow standing beside. Face indescribable. Hard to imagine. Her competition opponent is this kind of person. Really lowering her own value. Don't understand anything. Know yourself, no enemy. 100 battles, 100 victories. You think this following just to find opportunity? Of course must investigate more information. Blake coldly laughed. Still thought Crystal Snow. Just jealous of his faster progress. Crystal Snow also really said nothing more. Then stood far from him. Afraid others recognizing they know each other. Hey, that what's her name, Ashley. Why always following them? Is their relationship that good? Blake looking at people in binoculars and sighing. He planned to observe Nathan and Emma. Result, Ashley always blocking in front of them. Affecting his observation. At this time, he saw Ashley turn head. Like looking into his eyes. In the binoculars. Immediately, Ashley raised middle finger. Shook once, then lowered. Turned head away. Blake immediately put down binoculars. Eyes wide open. Face full of horror. Expression like just overly panicked. What situation was that? That middle finger for me? Impossible. Me and them separated by 2 train cars. Me holding binoculars looking at them. How could possibly see me? Definitely an impossible coincidence. Not right. Why would Ashley suddenly look at me? Blake thinking forever, couldn't understand. Mind completely blank. At this time, Crystal Snow sitting playing phone. Suddenly received a message. When seeing that message, Crystal Snow almost dropped phone. That was message from Ashley. She and Ashley were online friends, but never chatted back and forth together. She also didn't dare actively message Ashley. Currently in her heart, if Nathan is second most scary person, then Ashley is most scary person. Right? You and that guy following us, right? Did he use some binoculars to peep at us? Crystal Snow swallowed saliva, forehead sweating cold, only felt spine cold. She really knew. Crystal Snow today going out following. What she feared most was being discovered by Ashley. Feeling like everything can't escape her eyes. Didn't expect already discovered early. Even knew about Blake following. How did you know? Crystal Snow couldn't suppress curiosity in heart. Messaged asking. Ashley on other side quickly replied. Just guessed. Just need to use your way of thinking to judge. Looking at your reaction like this. I'm sure guessed right? No problem. Guessing wrong also normal. I'm not divine. But you guessing like this. Probably already divine. Actually guessed it? Probably easy to guess? Crystal Snow eyes wide, mouth opened big, looking unbelievable. She thought guessing she and Blake following. Also normal. After all, Ashley knew their purpose. But being able to guess Blake following. Really somewhat excessive. After all, if it were me, I would also guess Blake would follow. Because he's really that kind of person. I understand. Crystal Snow honestly replied to Ashley. Then closed phone. Looking at Blake still standing there, surprised expression. Started thinking. Currently Blake still doesn't know Ashley's real identity. Also doesn't know how scary she is. Definitely I can't oppose Ashley. So do I have any way? Can through Ashley eliminate Blake, this threat? First definitely must make Blake and Ashley become enemies. Crystal Snow looked at Blake saying. Hey, come here, I'll tell you something. Blake regained spirit, walked to Crystal Snow asking. Oh, what? Do you know? Oh no, I'm saying who is our biggest obstacle currently? Obstacle who? Hey, wait a moment, I seem to know already. Blake and Crystal Snow looked at each other. Both frowned. Then said in unison, Ashley. Definitely must predict danger. Help her solve everything right. Everyone arrived at Columbia University. A very famous university. Very large area. Campus also very lively. Many people coming and going. Mostly young people. Everyone walking on small path. Admiring campus environment. Emma walking at back. Holding phone contacting Sarah. Nathan slowed down walking beside Emma. Asked. How? Did she say anything? Where do we find her? She said we just walk around first. She has some business with department head, will come find us later. Oh, all right. Nathan held Emma's hand. Both like other couples on campus. Enjoying moments walking together. Lucas and Peach also. Haven't met long time. Finally meeting, don't want to separate. Feeling like compared to touring school. They really care about each other more. Look, she's alone again. Really don't know what she came here for. Being third wheel? Far away. Blake still holding binoculars. Peeping at them ahead. Seeing two other couples holding hands. Looking very intimate. Only Ashley walking alone. Playing with phone. Looking quite lonely. They're friends. Won't care about these things. Give me to look. Crystal Snow snatched Blake's binoculars. Looked once. She's not stupid like Blake. She clearly knew Nathan's identity, but she absolutely couldn't tell Blake. Most important now is how to make Blake and Ashley become enemies. I say, if Ashley beside you, will be very hard approaching Nathan. She'll definitely find every way to stop you. After all, when I was in class, also often blocked by Ashley. Crystal Snow put down binoculars. Lied to Blake once, just to confuse, making Blake pay attention to Nathan. Not her. Blake lightly frowned, touching his chin. Then what to do? Must make her conscious a bit. Don't bother us. Maybe can still use her. What do you think? I don't know. You decide yourself. But I think tempting probably won't work. Who dares guarantee she'll listen? You think I'm reasonable? Blake's eyes flashed with cruelty. Nodded. Then maybe have to scare her. Crystal Snow looked at him once. Hey, don't do anything excessive. Anything illegal. I'll tell your dad. Don't worry, just scare her a bit. I'm not mafia or anything. Blake waved hand. Casually said. Crystal Snow said that, but actually in her heart hoping he makes big trouble. After all, this doesn't involve her. Only benefits herself. Definitely no harm. Why did you come here today? Don't know to give up? He's after all excellent student. Can't have chance. Stop talking nonsense. Crystal Snow and Blake, two people. Heard two young men talking behind. Voice quite loud. At least outside speaking loudly like this. Also has no awareness at all. Two people turned their heads back. Frowned looking over. Saw two young men smoking while walking. Looking from appearance. Didn't look like students at all. On the contrary, they looked more like society people. But age not that old. Didn't look much older than them. At least they could be certain. These two definitely weren't Columbia University students. Two male students walked past them. When passing by, still turned head looking at Crystal Snow once. That gaze made Crystal Snow slightly tremble all over, making her feel extremely disgusted. Eyes carrying a smirk. If not for law not allowing. She really wanted to step forward. Smash those two's eyes. Hey, look ahead, there are some beautiful girls. Look there. At this time two male students. Like discovering new continent. Immediately eyes lit up, intently looking at Emma and others. Wow, these girls really wonderful. Also Columbia University students. Why didn't I notice before? But doesn't she have a boyfriend? No, there's still one lone person. Go look from front. Maybe can get contact number or something. Two male students pushing each other. Walking toward Emma and group. Though they saw only Ashley alone by herself. But seemed they didn't give up. The remaining girls, eyes still continuously scanning three people. With extremely uncomfortable gaze. At this time Crystal Snow and Blake looked at each other. Corner of mouth slightly raised, showing smile. Seems opportunity has come. Both also eyes lit up. They followed here today. Isn't it to find opportunity like this? Later if these two men approach harassing them. Isn't opportunity coming to hand? I don't care anymore. I'll make move first. Blake rotating wrist. Said then planned to rush up blocking those two male students. But just stepped one step then got pulled back by Crystal Snow. Lowered voice saying, not that. What's wrong with you? Nothing happened yet. What are you doing now? Blake frowned saying, but we must ensure Emma's safety. Definitely must predict danger. Help her solve everything right. You move aside. Does Emma need your protection? Your body even adding 5 more people not enough to protect Emma. HMPH, two male students slowed steps. Planning to pass by everyone. Then accidentally turned head looking at them once. Moving forward. Attracting attention of Emma and group. But they also didn't care too much. Next moment, one of two male students turned head looking. Planning to act like not looking at them. But when seeing front face of 3 girls. His eyes immediately widened. Oh monkey, so beautiful, brother. Pretty as beauty queen. Really? Other man hearing this, also hurriedly turned head. He glanced at Ashley. Then looked at Peach and Emma. Finally eyes stopped on Emma's face. His footsteps also suddenly stopped. Hey. What are you doing? His friend immediately panicked. Don't know why he suddenly stopped. Planning to pull him away. But he stood still. Just staring at Emma. Nathan also noticed that male student. Immediately frowned. That male student raised hand pointing at Emma. Shouted loudly. Are you Emma? Then you can only squeeze in. Oh monkey, rock. You really know her, really? The other person. Immediately. Grabbed shoulder of male student named Stone. Shouted in low voice. Looking extremely excited. Eyes red like about to cry. After all his best friend knows such beautiful girls. He didn't know. Who could stand it? Nathan and group also stunned. Standing still in place. Heart suddenly ached. Nathan turned looking at Emma. While Emma after brief stunned moment. Lowered head. Gently replied. No, you're mistaken. Emma's answer. Made Nathan and group more confused. Why deny? Means. She still knows this male student? Stone's slightly serious face. Then contemptuously laughed. If I understand you don't want to admit fine. But not to point of being so cruel, right? We after all considered half family, right? Tisk, whose family with you? The shameless words. Like directly igniting Emma. Raised head cursing once. Looking extremely emotional. Beside, Lucas and Peach both startled. They first time seeing Emma like this. What exactly happening? Lucas lowered voice. Asked quietly. Is he Emma's ex-boyfriend? Peach frowned, shaking head. Denying unbelievably. Emma's first love is Nathan. How could there be ex-boyfriend? Nathan at this time also extremely puzzled. Asked, you know him? Who exactly is he? Stone crossed arms. Confidently raised chin. Mouth showing smile. Loudly, I'm her brother. Nathan immediately eyes wide open. Mature face turned ashen. Before he met Emma's aunt. Also not too surprised. But he never heard that Emma had a brother. Emma pointed at Stone, angrily said, get lost. You still have face? We don't even have blood relationship. How dare you say you're my brother? Why isn't my dad also your dad? What's wrong with what I said? You're nitpicking. Speaking of this, Nathan and Ashley seem to understand. Also seem to know this person's identity. Probably this guy's biological father. Is person in power after Emma. Probably such relationship. Before when they went eating hot pot together. Met a woman who made Emma cry. Finally was driven away by Nathan's mom. At that time said, that person was Emma's dad's ex-wife. So this guy, probably that woman's son. At that time also said, had a son with ex-wife. After Emma's parents died, ex-wife brought son to occupy house. Making Emma homeless. It's this guy in front. Saying Emma's brother is right and also not right. According to this relationship, two people have same father. Emma calling brother also fine. But two people really have no blood relationship. Saying brother also bit forced. Why like this? We standing here listening bit inconvenient, right? I also think so. Let's walk around a bit. Standing here probably even more awkward. Lucas and Peach spoke softly. Then sneakily withdrew. They also considered for Emma. So not listening to these things. Afraid Emma embarrassed. But though they don't. For Emma's honor not planning to listen. But there are two people. Now straining eyes wanting to hear every word. Listening what they say. What are they saying? Seems talking about dad. Your dad, my dad. Can't hear clearly. At this time Crystal Snow and Blake hiding behind tree. Blake one hand holding binoculars. One hand holding something like speaker. Placed close to ear. Trying to hear distant people's conversation. But only heard vaguely few sentences. Crystal Snow squatting. Taking notes in notebook. Get lost. I can read lip movements. Crystal Snow stood up. Snatched binoculars from Blake's hand. While Blake holding pen and notebook. Preparing to record Crystal Snow's transmission. Taking notes. What else do you want? You've forced me to dead end. Crystal Snow speaking. Blake writing. Two cooperating very well. Unexpectedly. There's such story. This is good opportunity. Help Emma solve pain. Won't get Nathan's affection? Blake writing very fast. Eyes sparkling. Looking very excited. But while writing, Crystal Snow suddenly silent. What to say? Can't you read lip movements? Who's speaking now? Crystal Snow looking through binoculars. While pressing lips. Throat moving, saying. Nathan is cursing. Stop writing. Oh, all right. Nathan and Ashley knowing Stone's identity. Also not polite anymore. They feared Stone. Like his mother. Making Emma cry. So they directly confronted Stone. Not giving Stone chance to bully Emma. Stone seemed calm. Regardless what Nathan and Ashley said. Also didn't change expression. Male beside him couldn't stand it. Occasionally saying few rebuttal sentences. Protecting his good friend. Oh heavens. I don't know what situation you're in. You should have said earlier. After all, I'm your brother. Of course would help you. Stone spreading arms, shaking head. Full of pity appearance. No matter how well he acts. In Emma's eyes. All naked mockery. Hearing both angry and nauseating. Like this you quickly move back home. After all, home still better. Am I right? Thing is, you know, only 2 bedrooms. My mom in master room, I in your old room. So you can only squeeze with me. Stone smiled lightly. Softly said. Damn it, Nathan instinctively wanted to raise hand. Beat him severely. Still squeeze with him. Emma and I already slept together so long. Also thanks to my strong will. Always trying to endure. This guy. With Emma has no blood relationship. What calculating everyone clearly knows. In instant. Crystal Snow in darkness immediately dropped binoculars. Preparing to rush out and act. Quick action. Blake also understood. Lightly nodded. Okay. Protect target well. Nathan is top priority. Then is Emma. Don't mind that. Ashley. Speak. How much did he pay you? Crystal Snow verbally agreed. But thinking how could ignore Ashley. Logically Ashley and Emma, equally important status, must be protected. However that night, Crystal Snow felt pressure from Ashley. Maybe herself basically not qualified to protect. Wait. Just when Nathan couldn't help wanting to act, Emma timely pulled him back. Avoiding him really being impulsive. If acted, then more trouble. She looked at Nathan. Lightly shook head. Comfortingly said, don't bother with this kind of person. Not worth it, just ignore him. It's fine, I won't be affected by such things anymore. Emma showed a smile, making Nathan immediately calm down. This smile seemed telling him her current life already could make her no longer affected by these negative emotions. Before being angry to tears. Really both helpless and pitiful. But now everything Nathan and they brought her already helped her step out of that darkness. All right, Nathan smiled faintly. To reassure her more. After all, he's not hot-tempered person. Every anger because of Emma's matters. That's what he absolutely couldn't tolerate. Nathan and Emma not planning to pursue anymore. But Stone not planning to let go. He coldly laughed once. Evaluating Nathan up and down. Said, isn't it Emma? This is your boyfriend? After all, just playing around, right? After all, now you can only rely on this way to live. Keep changing boyfriends. Let them support you, right? How much did this guy pay you? Nathan and Emma raised heads. Just using cold eyes glaring at him once. Cursing psycho. Then not planning to pay attention to him anymore. Continued walking forward. They really don't want to waste time on this guy. Really exactly like his mother. No wonder flesh and blood. That deserving beating ability really abundant. Seeing Nathan and them leaving. Stone then called after their backs. You be careful. You look at him so big and tall. Later definitely will domestic violence. Moreover, just looking knows not honest person. Definitely playing around a lot outside. Say it again. And suddenly clenched fists. Turned around, eyes full of resentment glaring at him. I say, however many times, then what? He looks not like good person already. Am I wrong? Emma's shoulders slightly trembling. Like trying to suppress emotions. Next second she couldn't hold back anymore. I must fight you to death. Words not finished. Emma already wanted to rush forward. Momentum wanting to kill Stone. Directly burst out. Nathan startled once. Eyes wide open. Right after hurriedly hugged Emma. Hugged her in arms. Baby. Calm. Didn't you say? Don't bother with him. No, he dares say that, must kill him. Emma now in Nathan's arms. She still continuously struggling. Nathan almost couldn't hold. What, still want to kill me? Come, I'm standing right here. Let's see how you kill me. Stone jumping around, not afraid. Instead continuously advancing. Like completely not taking Emma seriously. About to fight. Blake's turn. Realized opportunity has come. Can appear now. However, when he just planned to rush out. Unexpectedly held back by Crystal Snow. Wait, don't rush, not time yet. Clearly about to fight. You want to steal my credit? Not you, look. Seems someone coming. Just calm down first. See situation, then talk. At this time Stone's friend also noticed. Then hurriedly patted his arm. Softly said, hey, Sarah coming. Where? Stone immediately eyes wide. Raised head looking forward like turtle. Really saw a figure he always dreamed of. Hurriedly walking toward them. Seeing this person. Corner of Stone's mouth stretched. Smiled extremely lewdly. Making anyone seeing disgusted. My beloved Sarah coming. Why is she so hurried? Could it be coming to find me? Today really my lucky day. Stone started fixing hair and clothes. Like already forgot Nathan. And Emma in front. Sarah walked over, then stopped beside everyone. Stone's heart in instant like jumping out. These times before Sarah always ignored. Directly walked away. No matter what said couldn't keep her. But today is closest ever. Could today his love luck about to work? Sarah this eye. Stone just opened mouth, not finished speaking. Already saw Sarah's cold eyes. Glaring straight through. Moreover, face and expression extremely cold. Making people unconsciously want to stay away. Stone immediately shut mouth. Stepped back one step. Said nothing more. Actually, he's used to it. Because Sarah originally like this. Everyone knows. So no matter how beautiful, no one dares pursue. After all, this door closed so tight, not even crack. Completely no place to squeeze in. Stone is exception. Always persistently clinging. Completely relying on that shameless thickness. Emma seeing Sarah. Immediately brightened face. Happily called sister. Hearing Emma's sweet call. Sarah's face immediately from gloomy turned bright. Turned head. Corner of mouth also raised light smile. She lightly nodded. Softly replied once. Just turned head. Seemed became different person. Stone's eyes almost fell out. Corner of mouth twitching. Scared almost silly. This state of Sarah. He never seen before. Don't say him, probably everyone never seen. Many people think. Sarah has cold face syndrome. Who knew her face could also be gentle like this? Even knows how to smile. You and she know each other? Stone trembling raised hand. Pointing at Emma and Sarah. Stammering asked. Sarah turned around. Face again became extremely scary. Glaring straight at Stone. Nathan and Emma blocking behind her. Slowly opened mouth. In neither loud nor soft voice said. This is my brother and sister-in-law. Chapter 212. She spoke, oh heavens. Sarah opened mouth and spoke. Stone's friends behind all shocked, stunned. Covering mouths with horrified expressions. Stunned like struck by lightning. So much time. He never heard Sarah say one sentence. Sometimes even doubted. Don't know if Sarah mute. Or has autism or something. So not saying one sentence. Didn't expect today hearing her speak. Really most memorable moment of Columbia University year. Stone also couldn't believe. Whether Sarah opening mouth speaking. Or content she just uttered. All made Stone extremely shocked. Girl he day and night pursued. How could be related to Emma? Moreover related to Emma's boyfriend. This made his mind instantly stop working. Thinking ability returned to zero. Complete blank. At this time Blake and Crystal Snow. Discovering incident continued hiding. Looking for next opportunity. And secretly investigating situation. Hurry, what did they just say? Who exactly is that girl? Blake holding pen and notebook preparing to record. He absolutely didn't want to miss any important information. But Crystal Snow holding binoculars staring long time. Still didn't say one word. Making Blake extremely anxious. At this time Crystal Snow knew Sarah's identity. She not just bit surprised. Didn't expect one matter not clarified. Result appeared another Nathan's relative. Moreover most important is, Nathan's family also beautiful? She said she's Nathan's online friend. Met online. Talking also quite compatible. So today came here together to play. Crystal Snow like breathing. Simply dropped a lie. After all Blake doesn't know anything. Such important information. Why must she share out? They originally competitors. Of course more advantages for self better. Blake frowned stunned a moment. Then suddenly understood nodding oh. So that's it. Turns out online friend. No wonder. Looks also not important character just forget it. Right. Nathan stepped out. He couldn't let a girl protect him. He stepped forward asking you know them? Sarah shook head. Softly said don't know. Seems students from neighboring school. Neighboring school. Ashley softly said once by everyone's ear. Others then suddenly understood nodding heads. Faces showing so that's how it is. So having this kind of student. Really that neighboring school quite bad. At least famous for, very bad. Admission extremely low. Students like Stone. Coming from that school could also say. Reasonable matter. Stone and his friends. Felt lost all face. He stepped forward awkwardly, laughing few times. Said, all just misunderstanding. All misunderstandings. I'm Emma's brother. We're all family. Don't believe, then ask her. Stone pointed at Emma. Then crazily winking, signaling. That begging eyes almost overflowing. If eyes could kneel. Then Stone hated couldn't kowtow before Emma immediately. This is great opportunity to climb relationship with Sarah. How many male students in school all dream of saying one sentence to Sarah. If self could have bit relationship with Sarah, then absolutely could boast long time. Moreover, after climbing relationship, then self has reason to chat with Sarah. Not purely harassment anymore. All this hope placed on Emma. Why didn't you say earlier? If knew early you and Sarah have such relationship, then I definitely would treat you like treasure. Definitely would wholeheartedly please you. HMPH really. When person speechless to certain degree, really will laugh. Nathan and Emma both speechless to extreme. Decisively laughed once. Said nothing more, because felt saying anything more. Also couldn't express Stone's shamelessness. Sister, let's go. Don't pay attention to him. Emma also not planning to entangle with him anymore. Avoid affecting happy mood all day. So she linked arms with Sarah. Then left this place with her. Stone reached out, still wanting to hold on a bit. But people not even turning heads, already far away. Completely not giving him chance to say more. He also couldn't chase to argue unreasonably. After all, Sarah still beside. If continuing to talk, his impression in her eyes definitely worse. His friend stepped up, sighed once, patted his shoulder saying, hey, stop dreaming about Sarah. People have clear family relationships. You just said them like that. You definitely hopeless. I don't accept. You didn't see that guy's attitude just now? Pissed me off. What's he putting on airs for? What qualifications does he have to put on airs? Stone stubbornly resisting, tightly frowning, looking angry beyond measure. But that anger all aimed at Nathan. Actually not really, because Nathan's attitude just now how bad. But mainly because beside Nathan too many beauties. While beside him not even one that beautiful. Then what else does he want? Must find people to deal with him. Of course they definitely not Columbia University students. You go follow them. I'll go call people. Must deal with him. Up to you. Just when two of them preparing to act. Just turned heads. Don't know since when. Behind them already two more people standing there. Oh, scared me. Only saw in front one male, one female. Smiling, looking at them. Though so. But always feeling that smile has no good intentions. What did you just say you planning to do? Say it again. Want to find people to deal with who? Want to deal with whom? Crystal, Snow and Blake, two people rubbing hands, preparing. Step by step pressing close. Faces still keeping smiles. But even more cold. You, what are you planning? Who are you? Stone also didn't understand why. Always feeling opponent's aura making him bit afraid. Girl in front, he had some impression. Wasn't she just passing by? He saw that beautiful girl. But he doesn't know them. No grudges at all. So what are they planning? Crystal, Snow and Blake coldly laughed. Casually replied, helping her clean up all dangers is my responsibility. Though ability limited. But fortunately you're not big danger. I must let you know clearly. Some people not casually provoked. Especially people like you. Got it. Don't go too far. Everyone played until evening. Then sent off by Sarah. Took subway back to city. Lucas and Peach, two people. Didn't go with Nathan and them. But dated privately whole day. Only going together when leaving. Feel he's not like everyone says. Having severe social phobia. Today he talked quite a lot with me. Ashley sitting there, looking at Nathan and Emma saying. Now already much better, right? Emma raised chin. Bit proud. After all, thanks to her efforts. Today still continuously advising Sarah. Making her more open. Before she wasn't like this. All thanks to my treasure. Right. Nathan reached, rubbing Emma's cheek. Like kneading dough. Emma only knew silly giggling. What do you all think? This school planning to test? Ashley raised head. Asked Lucas and Peach. These two dated all day. Just enjoying their two-person world. After all, they and Nathan. Emma different. They haven't met long time. Hard to have dating chance. Of course want to go separately. Lucas thought a bit. Then nodded Also okay can reference. Now definitely can't decide must think carefully first. I still want to test farther school. Peach said her thoughts. She still felt Columbia University too close to home. Actually before she and Lucas already discussed this issue. That college entrance exam must test together. Moreover must test school bit far from home. Because before they always controlled by family. Rarely can meet each other. In this passionate love age. Really a torment. They really jealous of Nathan and Emma. Can be together every day. Go to school together. Study together then leave school. Live together. Those things. Can only wait until college to achieve. So from beginning they already planned test far school. Could say for freedom in love. Okay no problem. This matter originally must think carefully. Best also discuss clearly with family. Emma nodded head, agreeing with Tu's opinion. Though she also wanted two of them. Test same school with them. But can't force. This matter of course must be decided by themselves. Nathan also echoed. Right. After all holidays still can meet. No problem Lucas smiled saying okay. Next we probably must focus on studying. Maybe can't play together wait after college exam. I'll treat you all. Then gather again. Be careful going home. Lucas got off at station near Peach's house. He wanted to send Peach home first. Then go home himself. Of course this process won't be fast. Maybe they'll use slowest steps in life. Maybe they'll use the slowest steps in their lives. To walk this entire path. Alright, I'm going home too. Goodbye. Ashley also got off the subway at the station near her home. And had instructed Nathan and Emma not to take action. Meet outside. Remember to listen to commands. Don't act rashly. Right after Ashley got off the subway. Someone also quickly rushed after. That person was Blake. In his hand still holding a phone. Softly communicating with the person on the other end. HMPH Blake hurriedly ran down. Crystal Snow still sat in the same spot. Legs crossed. Corner of mouth raised in a smile. Didn't expect Blake to be so easily fooled. Really fell into her trap. Preparing to make a move on Ashley. According to her thinking. After Ashley was threatened by Blake. Definitely wouldn't let it go. After all, there's that background. Could also verify the truth about Ashley's identity. Then Ashley would definitely tell Nathan about this. Then Blake would be completely finished. She would have no more competitors. During university time, after going through systematic learning and training, upon graduation could directly become Nathan's secretary. From there reaching life's pinnacle. Thinking back and forth, Crystal Snow couldn't help but laugh. Good thing her opponent is Blake. So easy to deal with. If it were someone of Ashley's caliber, then she couldn't succeed so simply. Ashley walked out of the subway station. Opened phone starting game. Preparing to play while walking home. Slurp sound in mouth still chewing gum. Occasionally blowing a big bubble. Damn it 30 draws and no gold items. Nathan's account is too unlucky. Ashley muttered. Walking into a somewhat dark alley. This was the necessary path home. Before in this place, she had once exposed Rose and Uncle's surveillance conspiracy. But today she kept playing on phone. Completely not paying attention to. Between two trash cans ahead. There was tied a rope hard to discover. Ashley's eyes widened. Foot tripped. Whole person falling forward. Thud she reacted extremely fast. Right at moment of falling rolled forward once. Reducing impact force. Even so, her palm was still scraped. Fresh blood seeping out. Ashley lightly bit tongue. Turned off phone. Stuffed in pocket. Tightly frowned. She didn't even have time to be stunned or think. Also didn't treat the wound. Next second already like a cat in the night. Bent body rushing straight into pitch black night. Where's the person just now clearly heard sound? Blake ran out from alley entrance. Behind him were several tall strong guys. The simple trap just now was prepared by him beforehand. Purpose was to control Ashley. Not giving her reaction time. But didn't expect Ashley reacted so fast. Don't know what happened. Already escaped. Blake frowned. Said quickly, find him, just fell once. Definitely can't run far. Found, then corner him to death. Don't use hands and feet. Raise hands, what if he resists? Watch surveillance cameras carefully. Don't go too far. Otherwise I won't spare you. Got it. Those people immediately rushed from behind Blake, running into dark alley, preparing to search for Ashley. Blake also slowly walked up, carefully observing alley terrain, though somewhat complex, but definitely can't run far. Right then, when Blake walked past